Check, 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 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Doing a quick pregame audio test. Check, 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 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2. If you're tuned in now, we will have live coverage, Minneapolis and Ellsworth, coming up next. Pregame to start shortly here on the Salina Post.
The following is a presentation of Eagle Radio and Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. The basketball game of the week is on the air now.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome in to Minneapolis High School. Tyler Henry alongside you. Time for another Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. And we've got a couple of good ones on deck for you tonight as the Minneapolis Lions and Lady Lions get set to play host to Ellsworth in an all-NCAA clash. Starting lineups being announced here inside the arena, and let's go ahead and meet them as well. We begin with the visiting Ellsworth Bearcats, who come in tonight at 7-8 overall, 1-5 in NCAA play. They are under the instruction of head coach Craig Batchman, and they will put on the floor a 5'6" sophomore in Lainey Peshka, averaging 12 points per game, the team's leader in scoring on the year. She will be joined in the backcourt by a 5'8" senior guard in Peyton Tenbrink, a 5'11" senior in Isabel Lindsley, a 5'7" senior in Kylan Turnipseed, and rounding out the starting five, it's a 5'8" sophomore in Elise Haxton, averaging 9 points and 2 assists per game. Meanwhile, for the homestanding Minneapolis Lady Lions, they come in 11-4, 4-2 in NCAA play, looking to chase down Beloit in the first place spot. They are under the direction of Brian Weatherman as head coach, and they will start tonight a 5'4" junior in Josie Schrader, a 5'5" junior in Brady Weatherman, a 5'8" senior in Micah Darionette, in Micah Daronay, a 5'6" junior in Macy McClure, and a 5'7" senior in Maggie Shoup. Again, starting lineups already in the book, just about ready to get this one underway as both teams get some final instruction from their respective head coaches. It'll be Minneapolis tonight in the all-white home jerseys, red numerals trimmed in blue. Meanwhile, Ellsworth comes out in the road black jerseys, white numerals trimmed in red. Before we go any further and get this ball in the air, I want to take a moment to remind you that coverage of tonight's game is brought to you by our good friends at American Family Insurance of Minneapolis and Scott Osherman, your local agent, a proud supporter of the Minneapolis Lions. In the jump circle, Maggie Shoup for Minneapolis, Elise Thaxton on the other side. Ball's in the air, and Ellsworth will control the opening tip as the game of the week is officially underway. Two teams that are going to want to play fast. Pace will be a big point of contention between these two. We have seen both teams turn others over at will. It'll be interesting to see how they handle each other tonight as the Lady Bearcats start here working from left to right. They've got the ball right now on the outside. That's Elise Haxton. Gives the ball up to Kylan Turnipseed on the right wing. Turnipseed dumps the ball off down low. Still keeping things on the perimeter. Now a drive and a turnover. Minneapolis comes up with the first TO of the day, trying to speed up the floor. Great pass. And the shot just a little too strong. Rebound going to be hauled in here. Ripped away, and we've got our first foul of the day. Two teams that love to create chaos, and we've seen, again, that gives inexperienced squads a lot of trouble. We see a lot of points in transition. Here you see Minneapolis immediately come out and dial up the full court press. And that's what you come to expect out of this Lady Lions team. It's a big part of the success that they've found this year. And it's just the brand of basketball that they have become synonymous with over the years. Here they almost turn Ellsworth over once again, but Lady Bearcats still looking to settle in, trying to score first, and being patient here on their offensive end, trying to value each possession. Baseline jumper off the side of the backboard. Minneapolis wants to get out on the run here. They will try a cross-court pass. That finds Josie Schrader, who fires away and knocks down a three-pointer. First bucket of the night belongs to Schrader, and it's a 3-0 lead here for the Lady Lions to start this contest. Like I said, pace is going to be something Ellsworth has to find ways to deal with tonight. And it's a Lady Bearcat team that plays a similar way as they'll fire a three-pointer here from the outside. Off the mark for Elise Haxton. And here come the Lady Lions back the other way. Minneapolis wants to go all the way to the cup. Shot no good, deflected out of bounds. Minneapolis will keep off the Macy McClure miss. And the first sub of the day is made here as Raylan Robinson checks in here and replaces Josie Schrader. That's another thing Minneapolis has got going for them. They are exceptionally deep this year on the girls' side. That's something I haven't seen in a long time. Inbound pass deflected off the back of the backboard. So they'll throw it back in here with 6:12 left to go. Again, Minneapolis with the ball, working on it right to left here, trying to get the ball in. They will do so with Maggie Shoup. Now they dump it off down low. A little bit of a lane going to be given. And a foul will send Micah Derenay to the free throw line. She will shoot a pair. The foul, meanwhile, will be called on Elise Haxton. That is her first. Lainey Petchka picked up the other one earlier as the first free throw is left on the table for Derenay, but another chance coming here. Just the one turnover in this game so far, still in the opening minutes, as Derenay knocks down the second free throw. And Minneapolis trying to jack that count up here, if they can, right back to the well of that full court press. But I mentioned a moment ago before the foul, this team's depth. And that's really where they can afford to play this brand of basketball. They can afford to full court press teams. They don't really have to worry about getting tired or getting in foul trouble. Here they almost turn them over, but somehow Kylan Turnipseed pulls the rabbit out of the hat, finds the basketball, and drops it in for two to cut the lead. But an and one on the other side for Minneapolis is going to send them back to the line. That is a big, big bucket. A good finish there for Macy McClure. And all of a sudden, it's a 6-2 ball game. And Josie Schrader, just as quickly as she came out, will check in to replace Brady Weatherman. So an and one free throw here for Macy McClure. And she nails it. Minneapolis starts the day, forcing a couple of quick early turnovers. 2 for 3 at the line. They take the early 7-2 lead. Here the Lady Bearcats able to break it, trying to go coast to coast. Rebound, stick back is on the way and good. Isabella Lindsley, with the and one. We'll head back to the free throw line here. Bailey Randall-Hurt checks into the ball game for Minneapolis. She will replace Micah Derenay. It's a Minneapolis team that will go anywhere upwards of 10 deep on any given night. And one free throw off the mark. Rebound hauled in here by the Lady Lions. And Minneapolis wants to go quickly up the floor. That's Schrader. She hit one from this spot already. This one just off the mark. Offensive rebound. Stick back, no good. Deflection, says the referee. And Ellsworth has a chance here to avoid the full court press entirely. Boy, it looked like Schrader was going to knock down her second three of the night. Remains a 7-4 lead here, though, for the Lady Lions. Conference play, or rather league play, really starting to heat up at this point of the year. There's another turnover and a chance for Minneapolis to force the issue. Schrader trying to keep the basketball, able to save it at the free throw line. And back to work once again go the Lady Lions here in the half-court set. Raylan Robinson gives it up. Now they dump this onto the block. And they're going to say some form of a deflection there will allow Minneapolis to keep it. As we've got a timeout. It's our first timeout of the day, and it's a 30-second timeout. So with that, let's take this moment to remind you that coverage of tonight's game is brought to you by our friends at Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Salina Septic Service, Commercial Tire Center, and tonight by Scott Osherman. Your American Family Insurance agent in Minneapolis is Scott Osherman, a proud supporter of the Minneapolis Lions. Talked about the records a little bit coming into this. Minneapolis has put themselves in an excellent position in league play. 4-2 in the NCAA, 11-4 overall. This is a Lady Lions squad that is well on their way to a very good finish to the year. Meanwhile, Ellsworth, they've proven to be dangerous in their own right. I know they come in 1-5 in league play, but 7-8 overall. And they've found a good amount of success here in the back half of the season. Looking to continue that here on the road at Minneapolis. Ball thrown in all the way at the top. Finds the hands here of Raylan Robinson. And offensive activities resume here for the Lady Lions. Robinson's got the ball on the left wing. Swings it around top of the key. This is Maggie Shoup. Shoup steps in for a free throw line jumper. High arcing miss. Rebound hauled in here by Turnipseed. And Ellsworth going to have it poked out from behind. And there's the fourth turnover of the day. Hearing about Minneapolis is one thing. Seeing it in action, the way they frustrate teams and then get things like that. As the foul is called here, we'll see who they give it to. It will go. May have to check the scoreboard here to see who that one was given to. Looks like it's going to go on Turnip Seed. Actually, no, on Isabel Lindsley. So for Lindsley, it's just her first, but you turn a team over, you come back down at full speed, and you force teams to foul you or let you get to the cup. Here it's going to be the first turnover of the day against Minneapolis. And the travel will give Ellsworth the basketball back, but Ellsworth still looking to settle in on their side of things. Right now, just trying to get the ball across the timeline. This has turned into a struggle as Minneapolis has really settled in. Ellsworth got to hurry up here to avoid a 10 count. They are able to break the press. Kick it out here for a three-pointer. That's on the way, and good. Peyton Coonrod knocks down the tray, and it's a tie game, 7-all here, with 3:43 left to play in the first quarter. Anytime you've got a league matchup, you can throw all the numbers out. Here's a three-pointer just off the mark. Rebound hauled in here by Lindsley again. Off the outside, missed by Brady Weatherman, and the Lady Bearcats back up the floor. They want a three-pointer for the lead. Off the mark, and the rebound hauled in here by Lainey Peshka. Peshka finds a cutting Lady Lion, and how about that? Easy lay-in, great transition work. That is Josie Keyser with the bucket. Both teams starting to speed up the offenses here. 9-7 is the lead for the homestanding Lady Lions. Ellsworth back on it here, working on it left to right in the black jerseys, white numerals. They've got the ball left wing. Peshka in a double team, now steps back to the right, kicks the ball into the corner. High post touch, first time Ellsworth's gone to the inside on this possession, and they're going to turn it over again. Fifth turnover of the day here for the Lady Bearcats. Here comes Minneapolis. Kick it out for another Peshka, or for another three for Schrader, and that one goes down. 2 out of 3 to start this game is Josie Schrader. And the sniper from the outside knocks down another to give her team the 12-7 lead. Ellsworth trying to recover, looking for a bucket in transition, and they will find it. Isabella Lindsley has her second make of the night, cuts the lead back down to 3. And a timeout's going to be called. Brian Weatherman wants to take a moment and talk things over. And it will be a 30-second timeout. That gives us a moment to remind you that coverage of tonight's game is brought to you by our friends at Elite Sports Paintball Complex, APAC Shears, and the Bennington State Bank. Of course, this is the first of a doubleheader here at Minneapolis. We'll have coverage of the boys' game coming up after this one. But a fun battle here on the girls' side already underway. 12-9, the Lady Lions lead here at home. And gotta say, I had a chance to call some games here a long time ago. During my time in the NCAA as a student, they have done some really great work to this gym. Minneapolis across the board, great facilities. And very excited to be out here calling this one. Again, a great area matchup here on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. Now a conversation at the scores table here. Referee talking something over right now. And we are ready to play on. Josie Schrader will be the inbounder. She's had the hot hand with the 2 made three-pointers. Here's a head fake on the outside, a drive to the cup, and an easy lay-in for Macy McClure. And Minneapolis starting to extend their lead. Whatever it was they talked about during that timeout, they immediately come out and get a bucket. They're right back to the full court press shenanigans here. Lainey Peshka brings the ball across the timeline, puts up a runner, and somehow Ellsworth going to be able to save it. They almost get the bucket. Cannot get the third chance opportunity, though, as that's ripped away by Darren. And here come the Lady Lions quickly back up the floor, but an offensive foul is going to be the call, and that will wipe out a three-point make for Brady Weatherman. We're going the other way. Second turnover of the day here on Minneapolis. Like I said, Ellsworth tries to play a similar brand. They're not quite as deep as far as personnel goes, but still a very talented team in their own right. Right now, trying to avoid turning the ball over anymore, as they will break the press and set up shop here in the half court with 1:22 left to go. And almost losing out, but they are able to salvage this at the top with Alyssa Moore. Moore gets the ball back on the right wing, swinging around now to the left wing. Pump fake on a three. Peshka wants to drive, instead she'll give it up. And a kick ball is the call. Any ball off the shoot tops, doesn't matter if the intent is there or not, gonna get that call every time. As another sub is made here. Brady Weatherman is back in. She will come in and replace Josie Schrader. Ball thrown in here, good setup, but boy, just no finish there on the Ellsworth side, and we have entered the final minute of the first quarter. Minneapolis bringing the ball back the other way. Here's a three-pointer, that's off the mark. Lady Lions, though, able to save it here, out to Weatherman. Weatherman tries to dump this off down low into a double team, tough take, and ultimately the rebound hauled in here by a Lady Bearcat, as Alyssa Moore got it, brought the ball back up to Coonrod. And here the ball poked out of bounds, last touched by Minneapolis, who will make two more subs and keep the legs fresh here. Checking Josie Schrader and Bailey Randall Hurt back into the ball game. Final 38 seconds. Another great ball, or another great setup here off of the inbound, but it's just going to be wrestled away. And Minneapolis continues to play just a stifling brand of defense. It's been a while since Ellsworth got an open look at the basket. Working on this left to right from the wing. Cross-court pass back to the top. Finds the hands of Coonrod, or finds the hands of Randall Hurt. Randall Hurt back around here to Schrader. Ball's going to be poked away now. It's a foot race as Lainey Peshka goes up with the right hand. She can't finish the layup. Oh, no. Should bring us to the halftime break as Minneapolis tries to get a shot up here. And after one, it is a 14-9 advantage for the homestanding Lady Lions. They force 6 turnovers in the opening quarter. We'll step away, back with more Game of the Week when we return. You're locked in right here on the Salina Post Sports Network.
At American Family Insurance, protecting farms and ranches is at the heart of what we do. After all, it's where we got our start, more than 90 years ago. We understand it's more than a farm or ranch. It's your life. And that's why we offer customizable policies that protect what you've worked for. Let's build the policy your farm or ranch deserves.
Contact Scott Osherman, agent at Scott Osherman Agency, Inc. in Minneapolis or Belleville today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
For over 90 years, when people go car shopping, they've been coming to Marshall Motors in Salina. Hi, this is Dane at Marshall Motors. The world has changed, but the way we do business remains the same. We promise you the right price, no pressure, and to be your trusted dealership for sales and service. For over 90 years, we've been treating people the way we want to be treated and watching them drive away with a smile and a great ride. Come see us in South Salina at Marshall Motors. We keep life moving.
Welcome back in here on the Salina Post Game of the Week. Tyler Henry alongside you. We go to quarter number 2. Minneapolis with the basketball, working on it left to right. And looking to continue extending the 14-9 lead. Again, they have had their transition game working tonight. And trying to get things clicking here in the half court as they kick this out for another corner three-pointer. That's just off the mark, but an offensive rebound gives it right back. Second chance no good. Getting her own miss that time, though. And kicking out for another open three. Boy, they're getting the looks. Here comes the fourth chance, and finally, one goes down, and that's Brady Weatherman, who knocks down the tray. Minneapolis trying to come back and force the issue here. They're going to dive on the floor for it, and they come up with, it's got to be either a jump ball or a foul call, unless somebody got a timeout off. It will stay with Ellsworth here, I believe, on the arrow. And we play on. Ellsworth kicks the ball here along the baseline. Looking for a bucket, freshly checked in. Shot on the way, no good there for Rylan Ohl. And Minneapolis brings the ball back up the other way here. They've got it on the outside with McClure. Kicking the corner for another three-pointer. That's off the mark, but offensive rebound. Second chance, no good. Another board. That is now 5 offensive rebounds on the last 2 possessions. Another miss, though, and the rebound ultimately comes down to Peyton Tenbrink and the Lady Bearcats. Again, Ellsworth trails with the basketball, 17-9 our score. Working the ball around here in between the circles. Top of the key touch. You can tell they want to play through the paint, but Minneapolis right now, they're just packing it in and not allowing anything on the interior. Neither team really with any kind of a dramatic size advantage. Like I said, both teams like to play small and fast, and it's going to be another empty possession here for Ellsworth as Minneapolis wants to force the issue all the way to the cup with a right-handed layup. That time it goes down for Brady Weatherman, and that is going to prompt a full timeout to be called. Ellsworth wants to take a moment and talk things over. We'll take it as well. Back with more when we return. You're locked in here on the Salina Post Game of the Week.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Welcome back here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. Ellsworth and Minneapolis locked in a duel here on the girls' side. A 10-point lead for the Lady Lions, but Ellsworth on the basketball here looking to right their fortunes. It's been the turnovers that have really been the main source of concern here for Ellsworth. They've already turned it over 7 times. Again, part of that is just the brand of basketball that Minneapolis likes to play. They don't make life easy for opposing offenses, and they will guard you the length of the floor here. Sticking a hand in the cookie jar was Brady Weatherman, strips it away. It's another turnover forced and a chance here for Minneapolis to extend the lead out beyond 10. 19-9, the Lady Lion advantage, 5:15 left to go here in the opening quarter. They've got the ball back here, top of the key. Macy McClure gives it up now on the right wing. Again, neither team really playing through the post. You won't see a ton of that on either side. Ellsworth gambles for a steal. Double team here. They might just come up with this, and they will. Numbers back the other way here for Ellsworth. Looking for a bucket in transition, and they'll have a chance to earn those points at the line. As a foul going to be called here, they will give it to Micah Darnay. And Minneapolis will make 2 more subs here as Darnay and Weatherman check out for Schrader and Bailey Randall-Hurt. It's been a good game for Macy McClure so far as the first free throw goes down for Peyton Coonrod. Already 9 points for her. Coonrod has 4 following that made free throw. A chance to make it 5 with this one, and more importantly, bring her team back within 8. Second free throw on the way. Left that one a little too strong, and the rebound pulled in by Schrader. Chance now for the Lady Lions to bring the ball back up the floor here with 4:45 remaining in the opening half. Minneapolis working the ball here in between the circles. That's Randall-Hurt. Gives it up on the right wing to McClure. McClure wants to drive, kicks the ball back into the corner. Head fake here on the outside. Raylan Robinson now to the paint for the first time. Kick out for a wide open three-pointer. That's off the mark. Rebound going to be run down. Boy, great effort that time. You tip your cap to Josie Schrader diving on the floor to try to make something of that, but could not get to the sideline in time, and now Minneapolis goes back to the full court press here. As a sub is made, Brady Weatherman checks in. Minneapolis, boy, they almost turned him over again. Ellsworth, though, able to break it, take a wide open shot. That's off the mark, no good. Rebound going to be fought for, and it will fall into a Lady Lion hand. And now a big blocking foul going to be called. Boy, Bailey Randall Hurt got downhill that time in a hurry. There was not a lot Ellsworth was going to be able to do, and she will go to the line. As Minneapolis checks in 2 more subs here. Macy McClure back in the game. As is Addison Abel. Ball comes right into Randall Hurt, goes right to the cup, cannot finish the shot, but a foul going to be called here on the backside of the play, and that's going to be on Minneapolis. It is the second foul of the night on Macy McClure. Ellsworth back to work here. They've been able to break this press a little more efficiently. You wonder if they might have talked some things over during that timeout. Here they almost turn it over, but it is salvaged by Peshka here on the wing. She's being hounded, though. Weatherman not giving an inch. 9-point advantage right now. Step to the inside, kick to the corner. Stolen away here by Minneapolis. That time it was Maggie Shoup who just jumped the passing lane like a cornerback. And a travel's going to be called here, presumably on Addison Abel. So it remains a 9-point deficit. Ellsworth gets an opportunity here. They force the fourth Minneapolis turnover of the day. And it's the Lady Lions back on defense here as Ellsworth looks to cut down the 9-point lead. Still a 3-possession game. Ellsworth still very much in it. They could cut it to 6 with that, but the 3-pointer is off the mark and the save attempt is off the baseline. So nothing doing there as Schrader returns to the floor here for Minneapolis. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about just the depth of this Minneapolis team. They will make substitutions fast and furious and keep everybody's legs fresh and ready to go after whoever they play in this full court press. Here, though, getting a taste of their own medicine again. It's Peshka up the floor. This time takes the contact, count it, and one. Lady Peshka going to the line to complete the 3-point play, looking to make this a 6-point game. That is a huge bucket for Lainey Peshka. And I believe one of the first buckets truly in transition that we've seen. Her free throw attempt off the mark, but has a chance to run it down herself off a deflection. Fires this down low, opportunity inside, and another and one opportunity coming here for Ellsworth. This time courtesy of Alexis Moore. Actually, no, quick correction. We're going the other way. That's an offensive foul. It's going to be given on the opposite end. To Riley Robinson. We play on. Ball back in the corner. Minneapolis on it here from the block. And a whistle and a foul called here on Ellsworth as the late second quarter foul count starting to really rack up a little here. Again, Minneapolis can afford that more so than Ellsworth. Lady Bearcats not quite as deep. Here's a head fake, step to the inside, kick out for another 3-pointer. That's just off the mark, awfully close. We've seen Josie Schrader bury a couple of those already tonight. Lainey Peshka shut down on the baseline, slips the ball underneath, high arcing miss. And the rebound hauled in. Great court awareness and vision there for Ellsworth, just not able to finish the shot. Both teams have gone into a little bit of a scoring drought here. Been a while since either put one in. Boy, driving into a triple team and taking the contact there for Minneapolis was Maggie Shoup. And Shoup will go to the line here to shoot 2. First free throw on the way and good. Hear the student section chanting "shoop" after the free throw. Love that. Second free throw coming here for Shoop. And she gets them both. Lady Lions re-extend the lead to 9, 21-12 here with 2:03 left to go. Ellsworth got a couple of quick buckets on their last possession, but went 0 for 2 at the stripe. Here's a deep three-pointer. That's off the mark, no good. Rebound, Josie Schrader. Minneapolis on the run. Boy, Schrader stops on a dime and gives her team a chance to reset here in the half court. 1:44 left to go. Minneapolis with the ball and the lead. Working the ball around, top of the key. Again, slowly going through offense. Setting up now on the inside. And a foul going to be whistled here, I believe, on Shoop. And it will be. So Shoop picks up her second. And Ellsworth will throw it in here for the last minute and 31 seconds as Minneapolis finally backs off the full court press. Got to be a delightful sight to the team in black tonight, who have been hounded by that full court press for the better part of 16 minutes. They get the ball inside. It's going to be poked out. We'll stay here with Ellsworth. And the Lady Bearcats want to make a sub of their own. Isabel Lindsley is back in the ball game. She will replace Alexis Moore. All things considered, with the start we had to this game, it's been a low-scoring second quarter. This ball is going to roll all the way to the timeline. Scooped up here by Peyton Coonrod. Again, Ellsworth working through offense here. Baseline drive. Good movement. Sets up on the outside. Minneapolis, though, closing down, forcing the issue. And, wow, a lot of contact there. No whistle. Minneapolis can't believe it, but they've got to get back on defense, and will do so on a shot that misses the rim and is pulled down here by the Lady Lions. We're inside the final minute now, 21-12. Minneapolis with the lead and the basketball. They've got it here on the outside. Raylan Robinson back on the right wing to Randall Hurt. Still working the ball around here on the perimeter. Now Schrader. 2 made threes already. Gives up. Robinson pulls the ball out, has it poked away and lost it. And now Ellsworth wants to come the other way. Boy, helter-skelter basketball here. Neither team fully possessing it, and Ellsworth's going to give it back. That is the 10th turnover of the day on the Bearcats. 10 seconds remaining. Minneapolis looking for maybe an energy boost and not fully running after the ball. Ellsworth's going to have a chance to get something up here, and a foul is going to be called. That ball got poked away, and I don't know, it could have been hampered by somebody not feeling great, but at the same time, not a lot of effort to go get the basketball. And it's going to result in 2 free throws here before the intermission for Peyton Coonrod. Just something to tuck in the back of your mind if this game gets close late. Coonrod's first free throw is off the mark, no good. Another chance coming here. Trying to trim the lead down to 8 before halftime. Again, 0.4 seconds left on the game clock. Second free throw is good for Coonrod. And pending a full court miracle, yep, Minneapolis going to be content to go into the locker room leading this one 21-13. We'll step away as well. We've reached the halftime break. Lady Lions on top, looking to defend home court. Again, they lead at 21-13. You're tuned in here to the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
This is Eagle Radio Basketball Game of the Week, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
Welcome back in here to the campus of Minneapolis High School. Tyler Henry alongside you. Game of the Week action presented once again by Scott Osherman, your American Family Insurance agent in Minneapolis and a proud supporter of the Minneapolis Lions. Game one of our doubleheader sees a 21-13 lead here at the intermission for the Minneapolis Lady Lions. All of their points have come from the starting five. They've spread it out pretty evenly, all things considered. Macy McClure leads all scorers at the half with 7 points. She is joined atop the score sheet by Josie Schrader, who had knocked down a couple of three-pointers back in the first quarter, and Brady Weatherman, who got all 5 of her points in the second quarter. 2 points chipped in on free throws for Maggie Shoup, and a lone free throw so far for Micah Derenay. On the other side, 4 players already in the scoring column for Craig Batchman's Lady Bearcats, led by a 5-point performance so far out of Peyton Coonrod. Knocked down a tray in the first quarter and then bounced back with a couple of free throws in the second. Elsewhere, 4 points picked up by Isabella Lindsley, 2 for Lainey Petchka, and 2 for Kylan Turnipseed. Big number that sticks out, though, at you when you take a look at some of the stats. Turnovers have been the issue for Ellsworth today, and not that we didn't really expect that, not because of Ellsworth, but just because of how efficiently this full court press is run by Minneapolis. We've seen them do this to everybody this year. 10 turnovers by my count for the Lady Bearcats, 6 though on the other side for Minneapolis, and Ellsworth has made the most of their opportunities when they've gotten them in transition. All of that leads us here at the intermission. Again, 21-13 is the lead for the Lady Lions. We will step away, but when we come back, Game of the Week resumes. Third quarter action, Minneapolis and Ellsworth. And you're tuned in right here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
For over 90 years, when people go car shopping, they've been coming to Marshall Motors in Salina. Hi, this is Dan at Marshall Motors. The world has changed, but the way we do business remains the same. We promise you the right price, no pressure, and to be your trusted dealership for sales and service. For over 90 years, we've been treating people the way we want to be treated and watching them drive away with a smile and a great ride. Come see us in South Salina at Marshall Motors. We keep life moving.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Gabe with Sage Products in Salina, offering industrial strength products that get the job done right. We are featuring hospital-grade disinfectant sprays, wipes, and hand sanitizers to keep you safe this time of year. We carry toilet paper with a large assortment of hand towels. Check out our private line of colorful products like Mom's Streak-Free Glass Cleaner or our friendly Amazing Green Bowl Cleaner. Go online to sageselects.com, visit our 9th Street location in Salina, or call 309-1919.
Opus Plasma Skin Resurfacing at Salina Medical Aesthetics is similar to traditional laser skin treatments. It uses thermal energy to produce anti-aging results as opposed to traditional laser energy. There's minimal downtime, and each session only takes about 45 minutes. Most patients see a noticeable difference with just one procedure. Treat moderate to deep wrinkles, fine lines, sagging skin, rough patches, poor skin tone, and sunspots. Opus is a fantastic treatment for anti-aging. For a free consultation, contact Salina Medical Aesthetics and learn more at salinamedesthetics.org.
Your next visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire-related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
The winter season may be here, but paintball fun is still waiting for you at Elite Sports. Elite Sports Paintball Complex, located 5 miles south of Salina, is open for special winter hours. Get the group together and visit Elite Sports on Saturdays and Sundays this winter from 11 until 4. Elite Sports features low-impact paintballs for the beginners or little ones, so everyone can have more fun. Visit them online at salinapaintballcomplex.com. Elite Sports Paintball Complex, open and waiting for you this weekend.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Minneapolis High School. Tyler Henry alongside you, and time now for us to take a quick look at our area scoreboard presented by Salina Surgical Hospital. Just got one halftime score to pass along to you. The other game happening on our sports network sees Beloit up 22-9 over southeast of Saline. That game has gone to the half as well. Here, it's 21-13. Lady Lions of Minneapolis in the driver's seat of this one. We'll step away for one more quick break, but when we come back, third quarter action. Again, the Lady Lions looking to defend home court over Ellsworth, and you're tuned in right here on the Salina Post Sports Network.
At American Family Insurance, protecting farms and ranches is at the heart of what we do. After all, it's where we got our start, more than 90 years ago. We understand it's more than a farm or ranch. It's your life. And that's why we offer customizable policies that protect what you've worked for. Let's build the policy your farm or ranch deserves.
Contact Scott Osherman, agent at Scott Osherman Agency, Inc. in Minneapolis or Belleville today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's the winter season may be here, but paintball fun is still waiting for you at Elite Sports. Elite Sports Paintball Complex, located 5 miles south of Salina, is open for special winter hours. Get the group together and visit Elite Sports on Saturdays and Sundays this winter from 11 until 4. Elite Sports features low-impact paintballs for the beginners or little ones, so everyone can have more fun. Visit them online at salinapaintballcomplex.com. Elite Sports Paintball Complex, open and waiting for you this weekend.
And with that, I want to welcome you back here on the campus of Minneapolis High School. Tyler Henry alongside you, Nate King handling camera duties tonight. And the third quarter of play between Minneapolis and Ellsworth officially underway as the Lady Lions will start working here from right to left. In case you weren't with us earlier today, well, the game started just like that with a three-point attempt there for Schrader. Knocked down the first one, cannot get that one. But again, the Lady Lions lead it 21-13. It's been a good game so far. 10 turnovers forced in the first half, a big part of why Minneapolis has been on top. And for Ellsworth, they've been all right when they've settled into the half court, as here they get a big three-pointer. How about that? Elise Haxton, that's her first bucket of the night, and it's a big one. Minneapolis quickly going the other way, and a blocking foul going to be the call here. See who they tag this one on for Minneapolis. That's going to be the second foul of the day on Lainey Peshka of Ellsworth. First free throw, in and out, no good for Brady Weatherman. 5 points tonight already for Weatherman. Second free throw on the way, got that one to go. Like I said, both offenses cooled off a little bit in that second quarter. Saw Minneapolis have their total halved. Matter of fact, both teams had their totals halved. It was 14-9 at the end of the first quarter. Just 7 points for Minneapolis in the second. And just 4 total points for Ellsworth in the second quarter as well. But if you're Minneapolis, you can afford to trade empty possessions when you've got the lead. And more importantly, when you've got near a double-digit lead, as here, a jump ball is going to be forced. It will stay with Ellsworth, but keep in the back of your mind, that arrow now belongs to Minneapolis. Lady Bearcats looking to throw this in under their own baseline. They will get the ball at the top of the key, swing it back out, contested three-pointer off the mark, rebound hauled in here by Darrenay. And here come the Lady Lions back here on their offensive end. Right to the cup. Boy, you wonder if the conversation at halftime was about maybe being more aggressive, attacking the rim. That's something Minneapolis immediately coming out and doing here, and they're rewarded with 2 trips to the free throw line on their first 2 possessions of the half. First free throw here, knocked down for Macy McClure. McClure continues to lead all scorers in this game, 8 points with the first made free throw. More importantly, that is the third foul of the night on Elise Haxton. And the second free throw also good here, so McClure converts both tries at the line. And both teams now with 3 points here in quarter number 3. 24-16 our score. Ellsworth back at the top, another three-pointer on the way. That's off the mark. Rebound fought for, tipped up. Plink goes off of 4 different hands and ultimately comes back down to the Lady Bearcats. Ellsworth back in the corner, head fake on a three-pointer, driving in now to a triple team. Ball's going to be deflected, poked away, and now taken away. Darrenay comes up with the steal. It's going to be another turnover on Ellsworth. Minneapolis immediately attacks the basket. And again, that seems to be the conversation, although it's going to be poked away and Minneapolis turns them over again. You got to be wary of the Lady Lions at all times. Doesn't matter if you can see 4 of them. You got to know where all 5 players are at all times. And that time around just snuck in like a thief in the night, poked the ball out from behind, and earns Minneapolis another possession. But they will turn it over here. A little miscommunication. And Ellsworth going to have an opportunity to answer. Still trailing in this one by 8. We'll throw the ball in from just in front of the Lady Lion bench and succeed in getting the ball in here to Lainey Peshka. 5:49 left to play, still working our way through third quarter action and another tie-up. And you saw there Brady Weatherman, boy, just swiping at the ball over and over and over again and ultimately able to force the turnover. It's the third of the quarter, and it prompts a 30-second timeout to be called as Coach Batchman wants to take a moment and talk things over. We'll take this moment to remind you that coverage of tonight's game is brought to you by Sage Products. Sage Products of Salina is your supplier of janitorial products for your business or home. From paper towels to soap and items from ceiling to floor, you'll see products from Sage, and you can get the same home field advantage at your home or office by visiting sageselects.com. Again, 24-16 is our score here on the campus of Minneapolis High School. And the Lady Lions after forcing the alternate possession arrow to go their way, will take the ball in here. We play on with 5:42 to go in the third quarter. Stifling defense. Minneapolis hopes will win them the day. Here's a pump fake on the outside. Looking to step this off to the left wing. They get the ball back to Darnay. Now try to feed the ball onto the block. It's going to be poked away. A fight for the basketball and another tie-up. This time it will turn the ball over and give it to Ellsworth. And the Lady Bearcats will have a chance to throw this in from their own baseline. But a rested Lady Lions team coming out of the locker room means the full court press is back in full effect. See what Ellsworth does adjustment-wise to break it. Good passing. Is able to get them across the timeline here with Peyton Coonrod. High post touch here. Kickoff. Ball deflected out of bounds, and they're going to say last touch by Ellsworth. So it's another turnover here to start the half. And Minneapolis comes up with it again. I mean, the one thing, we don't have the full luxury of stats, but I would be intrigued to know what the shot count is between these two. It feels like Ellsworth on a lot of these possessions not even getting a shot up. Here's a great save, diving on the floor. You got to give credit where credit is due. Schrader keeps it alive. Three-pointer flies from the wing. That's off the mark, and Peshka pulls it down. But the effort you see out of the Lady Lions has been good for the most part throughout the course of this game. Ellsworth trying to turn the corner. Aggressive hook shot, well off the mark, and a foul going to be called on the rebound. And that is going against Ellsworth. They're going to tag that to Isabel Lindsley. For Lindsley, it is her second, and she will check out with those two fouls. We haven't seen Ellsworth go quite as aggressive as what Minneapolis has in terms of the press. They've still forced their fair share of turnovers in this game, though. Here, gambling for a steal. It's going to lead to a free throw line jumper. That's off the mark, trying to get her own rebound, diving on the floor and unable to find it. Again, credit the effort there for Maggie Shoup. And boy, Coach Batchman not happy about something. He's going to have it talking to by the referee right now. I'm not sure if he was upset about the call that Minneapolis keeps this ball, but either way, boy, referee stopped play, went over to have a word with them, and now we play on. It'll be Josie Schrader to throw this in from the corner, trying to direct traffic and get somebody open. Dumps the ball off here down low, and a whistle and a foul going to be called. That'll send Maggie Shoup back to the free throw line for Ellsworth. That is the first foul of the night on Alexis Moore. And Shoup, for the first time all night, misses the first free throw. 2 for 2 coming into this trip. A chance to go 3 for 4 if she can get the second. And she does. Minneapolis has outscored Ellsworth in this third quarter. All 4 of their points have come at the free throw line. No made field goals for the Lady Lions as of yet. Ellsworth started the quarter with a made three-pointer for Elise Haxton. Since then, they have not scored anything. Trying to stop that and get back on the board here as they trail 25-16. Good movement here from the wing. Thought about it. They'll give it up now. Swinging around on the left wing. This is Peshka. Peshka wants to drive inside, finds a lane and lays it in. Second bucket of the night for Lainey Peshka. Has got Ellsworth back in it, but a three-pointer on the other end is going to go down for Brady Weatherman. Boy, Weatherman has got a smooth stroke from the outside. She knocks down her second tray of the game and has got 9 points now for Minneapolis. Ellsworth looking to answer. All of a sudden, the lid is taken off the basket. Kylan Turnipseed buries the tray, and these two teams start trading buckets back and forth. Well, you had to wonder. We've seen what these two offenses can do. As a timeout's going to be called here. And Minneapolis, yep, they won a full timeout. So we'll go ahead and take it as well. 28-21 is the Lady Lion lead here at home. You're tuned in to the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Third quarter action rolls on here for Minneapolis High School. They will get the ball in. Lady Lions again, they lead it by a touchdown. 28-21 is our score. 3:09 left to go, third quarter. And after a long stretch where neither team could score, both teams just came out firing there. We saw 3 3-pointers made in a quick span. Ellsworth, though, with a little momentum here, comes off the turnover. They will fire another 3 to get right back in the game. Can't quite knock it down. Fight for the rebound on the baseline is going to lead to a Minneapolis travel. And the Lady Bearcats with another chance here to capitalize. Still just the one made field goal for Minneapolis here in this third quarter. Everything else has come for them at the free throw line. Ellsworth, meanwhile, has knocked down 2 threes. And much as you don't want to fall in love with the outside shot, if it's going down, keep shooting. Here's another corner 3. That one left short, though, and the rebound off the Peshka miss is pulled in by Maggie Shoup. Shoup runs the floor, hands it off. Now they'll kick this back in the corner. Addison Abel on it, trying to dump this off down low, and it's out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by Ellsworth, so we will keep it right here. As Minneapolis makes a few more subs here, Josie Schrader returns to the floor, as does Raylan Robinson. Baseline inbound for Minneapolis, comes into Shoup, kick the ball out here, top of the key. Head fake for Weatherman, works her way back to the wing. Shoup saves it, finds a seam, wants to step to the inside. Boy, maybe just tried to do a little too much, but her team able to pick her up. Here's a 3 for Schrader, that won't go down. And the fight for the rebound going to result in another alternate possession arrow. This one will keep it right here with Minneapolis. Minneapolis got out to that big early lead. Since then, Ellsworth has matched their pace. But they're going to need a little bit more to get back into this one. Shoup goes right to the rack, and for the third time tonight, will go to the line and shoot a pair. The first foul of the night on Kylan Turnipseed. And again, it sends Maggie Shoup back to the free throw line. Her first is on the way and no good. Another 2-for-2 swap will bring Micah Darnay and Macy McClure back into the ball game. They will replace Bailey Randall Hunt and Raylan Robinson. Second free throw for Shoup is good. And Minneapolis back out to an 8-point lead, 29-21. Lady Lions, for what it's worth, already in the bonus. That's something to keep an eye on here for the final 2 minutes of this quarter, as I'm sure they would be perfectly content to spend more time at the line. Meanwhile, a travel is going to be called on Alexis Moore. That's the 5th turnover of the second half on Ellsworth here. Minneapolis trying to make it 6 as they go right back to the well. Full court press dialed up here by Ellsworth. Lady Lions break it. Oh boy, they've got an easy layup here. Maggie Shoup will put the biscuit in the basket for 2. And the lead is up to 10 here for Minneapolis. If you want to throw the full court press out, well, that's going to be your problem. Minneapolis turns them over again, but you got to think with how effective they are at running it, they see that a lot in practice. Here the shot no good off another miss. Put back though for Shoup is there. All of a sudden Maggie Shoup has got the last 5 points for Minneapolis, and the Lady Lions lead by 12. Wonder if they might have taken the taste of your own medicine strategy a little bit personally as they've turned up the heat. Here's a long two-pointer. That's off the mark, no good. Rebound hauled in by Shoup. Maggie Shoup had a quiet first half. Didn't really do a whole lot. Had 2 made free throws. She has been exceptional here in the second half. Another miss. This time the rebound pulled in by Turnip Seed, and Ellsworth wants to get out here on the run. They will dump this off down low onto the block, right to the cup. Count it, and 1. That's a big bucket underneath for Alexis Moore, her first make of the night. And a free throw coming, trying to complete the three-point play and trim this back down to a 3-possession game. Both teams making a couple of subs here. 2-for-2 swap made by Ellsworth. As we see Alyssa Moore back on the floor. Free throw is good for Alexis Moore. Had a make earlier, but it was called back due to an offensive foul. Ellsworth wants to go back to the well here of the full court press, but it appears to be token. As Minneapolis able to get the ball across the timeline here, and with 34 seconds left, can either try to go fast or settle for the final shot of the quarter if they so choose. They've got it with Macy McClure. She was the star of the first half, 7 points to start this game. 20 seconds left, whistle, and a foul going to be called on Lainey Peshka. For Peshka, it's her second. Keep in mind, Minneapolis was already in the bonus, so with that, 2 free throws are coming for Macy McClure. Will buy Ellsworth a chance, though, with the final 20 seconds to get something up from the floor if they can get it across the timeline. As the first free throw is good for Macy McClure. 10 points now, first player in this game to reach double digits. Second free throw, make it 11. And Macy McClure, a perfect 5 for 5 at the charity stripe tonight. So here we go, final 20 seconds of the third quarter. Ellsworth gets the ball in. Looking to break the full court press quickly. Given a seam, they will take it all the way across. Time down to 13. Still plenty of time to get a good look. Swinging around now, top of the key, back to Haxton. Haxton dumps it off in the high post. Fadeaway on the way, but a foul called. And that's big. It's going to give free throws here to Ellsworth. They'll have a chance to earn a few more. The foul is going to go on Bailey Randall Hurt, who is now getting a talking to from the referee. You don't see that every day. Every now and then a ref will come over and make mention of something, but whatever that was about, it's all done now, and the free throws are on the way for Alexis Moore, who sinks the first. Again, Ellsworth hanging around in this game, staying around that 10-point deficit. They got down early. They're going to make a sub here as Joanna Lindsley is into the ball game for Lainey Peshka. I think trying to protect Peshka with those 2 fouls. Second free throw is also good for Alexis Moore. Final 5 seconds. Minneapolis trying to get something up here. Time down to 1. Coast to coast. Shot on the way. Count it. Oh my goodness. Macy McClure goes coast to coast and lays it in with the right hand. And Minneapolis will take a double-digit lead into the fourth and final quarter. We'll have it for you when we return. Again, you're tuned in here to Minneapolis basketball on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
At American Family Insurance, protecting farms and ranches is at the heart of what we do. After all, it's where we got our start, more than 90 years ago. We understand it's more than a farm or ranch. It's your life. And that's why we offer customizable policies that protect what you've worked for. Let's build the policy your farm or ranch deserves.
Contact Scott Osherman, agent at Scott Osherman Agency, Inc. in Minneapolis or Belleville today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Fourth quarter underway here on our Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. Minneapolis and Ellsworth here on the girls' side, and immediately Lady Bearcats want to pull up from downtown. That's off the mark. A rebound pulled in here. Minneapolis wants to get out quick. It was an odd third quarter, I think, to say the least. Both teams really slowed down the offensive pace. We got to about the 4-minute mark, and there was one bucket from the floor. That was it. And then all of a sudden, the floodgates opened. A couple of three-pointers went down for both teams. We saw Minneapolis start attacking the basket a little bit more, and it's been a good run here for both teams, but Ellsworth dug themselves an early hole. They're still trying to get out of it here. And the Lady Lions go inside to Shoup, who will head back to the free throw line. Maggie Shoup has just been making a living at the charity stripe. Spends any more time there, they're going to have to start charging her rent. Not exaggerating by all that much. Shoup now taking her fourth trip to the line and knocks down the first free throw. She's been pretty efficient there too. With that make, she is now 5 of 7. Chance to make it 6 of 8 with a make here. And that time, though, leaves it short. Rebound Ellsworth. And the Lady Bearcats back to work here. 38-26 our score. Ellsworth with the ball. They trail, and they turn it over again. 6th TO of the half. Kick in the corner. Three-pointer on the way for the Lady Lions. And that goes down. Brady Weatherman buries another. 12 points for Weatherman tonight. The second Lady Lion in double figures. And they are not done turning up the heat. Peshka wants to go the other way. Can't get it to go. Rebound hauled in. Here come the Lady Lions. They've got numbers up the floor. It's a 3-on-1. Euro step. Finish not there, but an offensive rebound for Shoup. She will kick it out. Minneapolis will take this moment to reset. Dump it off down low to Darrenay. Darrenay kicks back out. Boy, I thought that we were going to see the lefty three for Josie Schrader, but she turns it down. Probably not a bad idea here, as if you're Minneapolis, I mean, you got no reason to go in any kind of a hurry. Here's a step to the inside and an easy lay-in for a cutting Brady Weatherman. And now a whistle and a foul the other way, as they are going to get Maggie Shoup for her third foul. That's a big one. Shoup has been a critical part of what Minneapolis has done, not just in this game, but really all season. Shoup, the senior, averaging 8 points, 5 rebounds a game, 41 steals as well. Active hands on the inside. 5:56 left to go in the game. Ellsworth looking to pull the comeback. Here's a jump step and a finish there for Peyton Tenbrink. That is her first make of the night. It's been kind of the other unique wrinkle of this game. 7 different players have scored in this game for Ellsworth. Meanwhile, just the starting 5 have scored for Minneapolis, but it's been enough. The foul's going to be called on the floor here, so no bucket. And that is the 4th foul for Isabel Lindsley. So Lindsley will have to come off the floor with those 4 fouls. Minneapolis to inbound here, get it in quickly. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound Darrenay goes back up and draws the contact. She will head back to the line once again. It's the second trip to the free throw line for Micah Darrenay. First free throw on the way and off the mark. But another coming here in a game that has seen Minneapolis just push a little further and a little further out with every passing quarter. They led by 5 after the first. They led by 7 at halftime. They led by 11 at the end of the third. Here a deflection does come back to its intended target. Finds Tenbrink. Tenbrink turns the corner. Looking to get this to a teammate in the high post. It's going to be poked away. Fight for the ball and another jump ball. This time we'll give the ball back to the Lady Lions. So the arrow goes Ellsworth, but that only does you so much good. with 5:17 to go in a game where you trail 5. Would imagine we'll see Minneapolis slow the pace down just a little bit here. No reason to be in any kind of a hurry. Ball comes back out top of the key, swinging around right wing. Deflection here by Ellsworth, but unable to keep it in. And with that, it will stay with Minneapolis here. Lady Lions have to get this in, and timeout's going to be called. Actually, they're saying he got the timeout off before the 5-second call. I don't think he did. And he did not. Coach Weatherman trying to preserve the possession. Good defense by Ellsworth. You tip your cap there. And the Lady Bearcats force the turnover. They've got the ball here. Still down 15 and turn it over again. Ball's going to be thrown up the floor here. Minneapolis looking for the easy layup in transition, and they will get it. Raylan Robinson becomes the first non-starter to score here for Minneapolis in this game. For as deep as Minneapolis goes, it really has been the starting 5 that have carried them in this one. Another sub is made. Riley Robinson will check in here to replace Maggie Shoup. It's been a great day for Shoup. Like I said, she's been a menace on the boards, 9 points as well. Got most of those at the free throw line. Ball thrown in here at the top. Minneapolis looking to close this out. Again, Ellsworth looking for a frantic late game comeback. Oh, and a ball that rolls all the way in and out on Peyton Tenbrink. It was a good take. Every now and then, it's just like that. Ball went all the way around, swirled the inside of the rim, and then elected to crawl out on her. Josie Schrader returns to the game here for the Lady Lions. Ellsworth throws this ball in. They get it up to the top. This is Turnip Seed. Now back in between the circles. Three-pointer contested. Boy, almost didn't matter. Elise Haxton, though, cannot connect on her second three-point make of the night. And Minneapolis, again, they will slow the pace and get the ball across the timeline here with McClure. Macy McClure, the team's leader in assists this year, 3.5 per game. It's been good as a distributor tonight as Minneapolis goes right back to the inside. Count it, and one for Bailey Randall Hurt. Big bucket here late, and a dagger with an and one free throw attached to the end of it. Chance for Minneapolis to continue extending their lead, trying to make it 20 here, and finish this one off in style. Rylan Ohl will check in here for Alexis Moore, who just picked up. Actually, the foul's going to be called on Tenbrink. That'll be her second. Either way, Randall Hurt at the line. It's her first bucket of the evening. Free throw attempt on the way and good. And it's a 20-point Lady Lion lead. Final 4 minutes. Ellsworth back across the timeline. They get the ball back out here. On the wing to Haxton. Now back to Turnip Seed, looking to go inside. Player hits the deck, skip pass over the top. Three-pointer flies. It's good for Lainey Petchka. And a timeout called here by Ellsworth. And it'll be a full timeout, so we will take it as well. Back with more when we return here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Opus Plasma Skin Resurfacing at Salina Medical Aesthetics is similar to traditional laser skin treatments. It uses thermal energy to produce anti-aging results as opposed to traditional laser energy. There's minimal downtime, and each session only takes about 45 minutes. Most patients see a noticeable difference with just one procedure. Treat moderate to deep wrinkles, fine lines, sagging skin, rough patches, poor skin tone, and sunspots. Opus is a fantastic treatment for anti-aging. For a free consultation, contact Salina Medical Aesthetics and learn more at salinamedaesthetics.org.
Your next visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
Minneapolis looking to put the finishing touches here on a big home win as they look to knock off Ellsworth. Again, a 20-point lead they had for the moment. And we've got a whistle and now a 30-second timeout called by Coach Weatherman. He wants to talk things over, and that'll give us a moment to remind you that coverage of tonight's game is brought to you by your American Family Insurance agent in Minneapolis, and that is Scott Osherman, a proud supporter of the Minneapolis Lions and Lady Lions. So 48-31, Minneapolis has realistically got this one wrapped up. I mean, we've seen crazy things across the world of high school basketball, but an 18-point comeback this late in the game, that's a steep mountain to climb, and that is what Ellsworth is tasked with. You look at where this could put Minneapolis, though, if they pull off the victory and they hold on here. Move to 12-4 overall. More importantly, 5-2 in the NCAA. Still going to get looks down the stretch at southeast of Salina and Beloit. A couple of teams that currently sit ahead of them, but that's kind of your upper echelon of the NCAA right now. It's those three schools, Beloit, Minneapolis, southeast of Salina. And some fun battles across the board. Beloit in the driver's seat in first place as we've got a whistle and a foul. That'll send Schrader to the line. Southeast of Salina at last check down big to Beloit. That's the other game that Minneapolis is, boy, more than content to watch those two beat each other up tonight, as they are looking for an opportune moment to kind of leap in and perhaps take over second place in the conference. First free throw for Schrader goes down. She's been quiet offensively since knocking down those early threes, but has contributed big on the defensive end. Active hands for the 5'4 junior has led to multiple steals tonight. Second free throw for Schrader, and she gets them both. That re-extends the lead out. Matter of fact, it's now the largest lead that the Lady Lions have held. 50-31 with 3:13 remaining. And Ellsworth, boy, they almost throw it away, but they are able to save it. And now they will throw it away. It's a good save down there in the corner. Tip your cap there on the effort to salvage it, but I think just fearing a trap and forcing something, as Ellsworth is going to try to dial up the full court press here with 3:02 left to go. Minneapolis, actually more token than anything. I think just trying to catch the Lady Lions unaware there as they back it off here and settle into the half court. But Minneapolis in the bonus for the final 3 minutes of this game. They get the ball around here on the right wing. And a foul going to be called? Boy, emphatically being rendered here by the referee. Very enthusiastic. That's going to go as the first foul of the game on Peyton Coonrod. And because Minneapolis is in the bonus, free throws coming here for the Lady Lions. The first of which is knocked down by Brady Weatherman. Sub will be made here on the other side as Kylan Turnipseed checks out for Alyssa Moore. Second free throw here for Weatherman is good. Free throws have kind of told the story of this game. You look back to the first half, Minneapolis was all right, 4 of 5 at the line. But down the stretch here, that is really turned up as far as their willingness to attack the basket and find their way to the line. Here's a save for Peshka. Good ball movement. They will dump this off down low. Not a bad look there for Rylan Ohl, but cannot quite get the finish. And Minneapolis pulls it down. Minneapolis is 13 for 18 at the line in the second half alone. Here's a pump fake on the outside. Lady Lions looking to go to work in the paint now. Whoa. Circus shot taken there by Maggie Shoup. Trying to knock off a letter in a game of horse there. And cannot get the finish. Final 2 minutes here of a 52-31 game. Ellsworth trailing with the ball. They dump it off to Ole. Almost lose out there. Able to get the ball back in the hands, though, of Lainey Peshka. Peshka drives right into the defender, and it's wrestled away here by Macy McClure. And we've got another timeout called. Believed by Minneapolis. It's a full timeout. We'll take it as well. Back with more when we return. It's the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire-related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Welcome back in here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. Again, game one of our doubleheader here for Minneapolis High School. Lady Lions closing in on a late win over Ellsworth. And we will have game two coming at you right after the conclusion of this one as the Minneapolis boys team looks to pull the upset over the Bearcats of Ellsworth. Here it's a whistle and a foul on the inside on Bailey Randall Hurt. That'll be her second. And give Ellsworth a chance to inbound it. I mentioned before that, fouls really were kind of the point of contention between these two, and that's been reflected in the free throw mark. Lady Bearcats in this game, 5 of 8 at the line. Minneapolis, meanwhile, as a three-pointer flies, no good. Minneapolis, 17 of 24 at the line in this contest. Again, just the better team about attacking the basket. Another offensive rebound is going to be now poked away off the pass attempt. And the Lady Lions perhaps not done yet. Oh, boy. I'll tell you what, Lainey Peshka is going to be whistled for the foul. That looked like a clean block. You tip your cap to her for getting back in transition. But instead, we'll pick up her fourth foul and send Raylan Robinson to the free throw line to shoot 2. And Robinson knocks down the first. Second free throw coming up here for Robinson as Minneapolis will make some late subs here. Pull some of the primary players off the floor. Believe everybody's checked in now. And Robinson will square up here. Second free throw on the way. And got them both. So add 2 more to the free throw tallies. And that's where Minneapolis has really thrived. 19 points at the line tonight. And they're going to walk out of here with a victory. The only question here in the final minute is what the final score will be. Ellsworth looking to tack on a few more late points. 50 seconds to go. They've got the ball on the outside. This is Joanna Lindsley. Ball's going to be poked away once again, speeding up the floor. This is Robinson. Can't finish her shot. Rebound Ellsworth. 40 seconds to go. The Lady Bearcats will cross the timeline once again. Trying to get a few more good looks, but wrestled away. It's another turnover here. Minneapolis still turning up the heat late in this game. And I think being told here to just put the ball in the hip pocket and dribble out the final 20 seconds. Again, Minneapolis does not have to take a shot here. Just trying to close out the win. And keeping everything with the guards on the exterior as we're inside now the final 7 seconds of this game. Time down to 4. Ellsworth gambling for a steal. One more pass, and that will do it. Minneapolis going to waltz out with a big home win. They defend their home floor, knocking off the Ellsworth Bearcats 54-31. And overall, you take a look at what this means in the grand scheme of things for these two teams. For Minneapolis, they moved to 12-4 overall. They are now 5-2 in NCAA play. Meanwhile, Ellsworth will fall to 7-9. They are 1-6 in league play. Before we flip things over to our boys coverage, take a look at some final stats here from this game. We'll have those for you on the other side of the break, but for now, we'll step away, back with a quick post game when we return. You're tuned in here to the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
At American Family Insurance, protecting farms and ranches is at the heart of what we do. After all, it's where we got our start, more than 90 years ago. We understand it's more than a farm or ranch. It's your life. And that's why we offer customizable policies that protect what you've worked for. Let's build the policy your farm or ranch deserves.
Contact Scott Osherman, agent at Scott Osherman Agency, Inc. in Minneapolis or Belleville today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
For over 90 years, when people go car shopping, they've been coming to Marshall Motors in Salina. Hi, this is Dane at Marshall Motors. The world has changed, but the way we do business remains the same. We promise you the right price, no pressure, and to be your trusted dealership for sales and service. For over 90 years, we've been treating people the way we want to be treated and watching them drive away with a smile and a great ride. Come see us in South Salina at Marshall Motors. We keep life moving.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
This is Eagle Radio Basketball Game of the Week, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
And welcome back in here to put the finishing touches on a 54-31 win for the Minneapolis Lady Lions over Ellsworth. Went through it on the other side of the break, but once again, Minneapolis moves to 12-4 overall. They move to 5-2 in conference play. Meanwhile, for Ellsworth, they fall to 7-9, 1-6 in the NCAA. Final numbers look like this. You take a look across the board, and like I said, most of the scoring for Minneapolis was done by the starting five. We'll start, though, on the other side with Ellsworth. They got 7 points tonight out of Lainey Petchka on a big three-pointer there late in the game to make her the leading scorer on the team. Meanwhile, you had 5 points in this game for Alexis Moore, 5 points for Peyton Coonrod, 5 points for Kylan Turnipseed, 4 points for Isabel Lindsley, 3 points for Elise Haxton, and 2 for Peyton Tenbrink. Meanwhile, for Minneapolis, 3 different players notched double figures in this game. 16 points for Brady Weatherman. She put on a show in the second half. Again, had only 5 of those points in the first half, got 11 of them in the second, and she was joined in double figures by Macy McClure, who knocked out her night with 13 points, and Maggie Shoup, who got 10 points, with all but 4 of those coming at the free throw line. 8 points tonight out of Josie Schrader, 4 points for Raylan Robinson off the bench, 2 for Bailey Randall-Hurt, and a lone free throw for Micah Derenay. But once again, it was that full court press, and it was the defense that was on full display for Minneapolis. They turned over Ellsworth unofficially, but by my count, 22 times in this game. They turned that into quite a few buckets in transition, and when all is said and done, they come out with a 54-31 win. Stats for tonight's game, once again, brought to you by our friends at Marshall Motors. And before we go, one last thing to wrap up, the Smart Play of the Game, brought to you by Smart Insurance with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. And a couple of different ones you could go with here, but Brady Weatherman had a couple of savvy steals. She had a play, she took the ball away right about the timeline, didn't have the numbers advantage, slammed on the brakes, and got Ellsworth completely out of sorts, ultimately leading to a Josie Schrader three-pointer. For that, our smart play of the game goes to Brady Weatherman. That will wrap it up here for our girls coverage. But once again, game 2 of our doubleheader coming up right after this. We will step away, but when we return, we'll get you ready for the boys game between Ellsworth and Minneapolis. That's right around the corner, and you're tuned in right here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
For over 90 years, when people go car shopping, they've been coming to Marshall Motors in Salina. Hi, this is Dane at Marshall Motors. The world has changed, but the way we do business remains the same. We promise you the right price, no pressure, and to be your trusted dealership for sales and service. For over 90 years, we've been treating people the way we want to be treated and watching them drive away with a smile and a great ride. Come see us in South Salina at Marshall Motors. We keep life moving.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back in here on the campus of Minneapolis High School. Tyler Henry alongside you, Nate King, handling camera duties tonight as we get set for Game 2 of our doubleheader here at Minneapolis. Tonight, Minneapolis taking on the Ellsworth Bearcats, and already one win for the homestanding Lady Lions, 54-31, but starting lineups being announced here in the arena and a much steeper hill to climb for the Minneapolis boys team, who will look to pull the upset of a white-hot Ellsworth Bearcat squad that rolls in here under head coach Brett Rolfs at 13-2 overall, 4-2 in NCAA play. Meanwhile, for Minneapolis, they roll in under the direction of Coach John Darrow. They are 3-12 overall, 1-5 in league play. And with that, let's meet the starting fives for these two teams. And let's begin with the visitors. Tonight, the Ellsworth Bearcats. They put on the floor a 6'3" senior guard in Will Cravens. Does a little bit of everything, but averages 22 points a game. And he is the outside member. The inside member is Riley Stone, a 6'3" senior, averaging 11 points a game. And rounding out the starting five, it's Cooper McGowan, a 6'3" sophomore, Leighton Liker, a 6'1" senior, and Lane Rolfs, a 6'1" senior. Minneapolis will be on defense to start this game. Let's meet the starting five for your Lions. A 5'9" junior in Zach Nelson, a 6' sophomore in Owen Just, a 6'1" senior in Ryan Parks, a 5'10" junior in Joseph Wool, and rounding out the starting five on the inside, a 6'2" sophomore in Dalton Kruger. Minneapolis survives the first possession here. Ellsworth looking to get off to that hot start, but here we go. Three-pointer flies from the outside, just off the mark. Awfully close there for Owen Just, and they need Just to be good tonight. 13.6 points a game. He leads this team, and they will need every bit of it if they're going to have a shot against a very talented Ellsworth squad. The Bearcats come out tonight in the all-red jerseys, white numerals trimmed in black. Meanwhile, for Minneapolis, it's the all-white home jerseys with the blue numerals trimmed in red. Minneapolis settles in here on the half court. Dalton Kruger takes a touch, now dumps the ball out top of the key. It's curling off a screen as Owen Just fires another three-pointer, but that's off the mark, and Riley Stone pulls down the rebound. Ellsworth back the other way here as both teams trying to feel each other out on the offensive end. Will Cravens kicks the ball in the corner. Rolfs head fakes on a three, gets the ball back to him. Fire it down low to Stone, and Stone shuffled his feet with the basketball, turns it over. And the first TO of the day belongs to the Bearcats, who will get back in on their defensive end. Ellsworth put themselves in a good position as far as the league standings are concerned, but there is a big three in the NCAA this year. That includes Beloit, who's currently ranked as the #1 team in all of Class 3A, and Sacred Heart, a team that has gone toe-to-toe with the Bearcats already this year. So for this game, again, the Bearcats looking to improve their standing in league play. Meanwhile, Minneapolis still looking to find their footing here as we've entered the final 2 weeks and change of the regular season. Lions working the ball around. They've got it with Nelson. Now back to Just top of the key. Swing this into the corner. That's Joseph Wool. Still working it on the perimeter. You can tell right now, not a lot of inside work, and a big block emphatically. And Lions are going to throw this away, but oh my goodness. Cooper McGowan got up to make that block. And Ellsworth is going to take over here on their offensive end. You wonder at a certain point if it might be a simple matter of get the ball to Will Cravens, let the kid go to work. Again, he is a special talent, arguably the best player in this league. Here dishes off for a three-pointer for Lane Rolfs. That's off the mark, but an offensive rebound is going to lead to a stick back. And the first bucket of the night belongs to Riley Stone. It's a 2-point lead here for the visiting Bearcats of Ellsworth. Minneapolis brings the ball back up the floor. Pump fake on a three here on the outside. Drive to the inside. Whistle and a foul going to be called on Riley Stone. That'll be his first. And it will put Ryan Parks at the line to shoot two. Parks has been good in his own right. Just 3 points a game, but he is up there in rebounds and assists on this team. Here, misses his first free throw. He'll have another coming to try to trim the lead down to one. Second free throw on the way, and he gets a split of the tries to make it a 2-1 ball game. Ellsworth with the lead and the basketball, working on it from left to right as we view it from the scores from the media table here. Got a great facility here at Minneapolis. Happy to be bringing you coverage of this game as a little rise and release from the free throw line. Goes down for Leighton Leiker. And early on, Ellsworth wanting to establish some of the role players. Again, it's not that everything is done by Cravens, but anytime you've got a player of his caliber, as the three-pointer goes down here on the other side for Dalton Kruger. But anytime you're talking about a guy that averages over 20 points a game, it's important you don't let everybody just double on him. Here's a three-pointer on this side. No good there for Dax Leiker, but offensive rebound and a putback there for Cravens. And he is on the board here in a 6-4 ball game. Ellsworth leading the way. Minneapolis looking to answer. They've got it now with Ryan Parks on the right wing. Parks wants to drive. Shut down, kicks out, three-pointer for Owen. Just goes down, and it's a Lion lead here with 4:19 to play in the opening quarter. Just knocks down the second tray of the night for Minneapolis. They've got it raining down from the outside. Give it up now to Dax Leiker on the wing. He'll hand it back into the hands here of Leighton Leiker. Two brothers going back and forth. Now Cravens takes a touch, swings the ball back around to Dax. Now to Leighton, top of the key. Those two playing a game of catch. Pump fake on a three, step back out, hand it to Cravens. Cravens back to Stone in the corner. Again, turning down good shots for great shots. It's part of how Ellsworth gets their work done. Try to go inside, kick it back, swing it around. And now they go in and find McGowan. His shot no good, but the stick back is there. And it's another bucket here off an offensive rebound for Will Cravens. Been a good game so far here for the opening 4 minutes or so. Ryan Parks back on it. Right free throw line extended. Gets the ball back in the hands of Zach Nelson. It's a Minneapolis team that's got a lot of talent. They are just not exceptionally deep. And that's something that has hurt them at times throughout the course of the year. Only 3 guys realistically that you'll see come off the bench for this team. Meanwhile, for Ellsworth, they have played as many as 15 overall this year. Sidestep, pump fake, awkward three-pointer. That's going to be left short, and the rebound pulled in here by Leighton Leiker. And here come the Bearcats back the other way. Got to give a lot of credit, though, to Minneapolis. This defense early on has been exceptional. Here, though, it's going to be a foul. And that will send Leighton Leiker to the free throw line with 2:38 to go here in the quarter. First free throw attempts for Ellsworth. Each team with 1 trip to the stripe so far. Leiker's first is left a little short. He'll have another coming here as Kingston Darnay checks into the game for Minneapolis. And on the other side, Lane Rolfs returns to the floor for Ellsworth. He will replace Riley Stone. So Ellsworth gets a little smaller, but they get a little faster as a result. And an 0 for 2 trip at the line for Leiker will keep it as just a 1-point Ellsworth lead. Chance here for Minneapolis to overturn that. No surprise, they go to work with Just. Back out to Nelson, swing it around now to Kruger. Those two playing a game of catch in between the circles. Here's a drive and a dish. A lot of contact there, no whistle. We play on. Second chance on the way, up and good for Kingston Darnay. And Minneapolis leads the way. 9-8, a 1-point lead for the homestanding Lions. Looking to defend their home court against Ellsworth. Bearcats have it here with Cravens. Off a screen into a double team. Kicks the ball back in the corner. Picks it up. Fires one from NBA range. It's off the mark. And the rebound taken in here by Minneapolis. This is a dream start for the Lions. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. They hold the lead, a chance to press it. And they've held Cravens to 2 buckets, both off of offensive rebounds. Nothing that they've set up for them. Ball back to Darnay on the outside. Now to Nelson. Swing pass into the corner. Trying to dump this underneath. And Cooper McGowan, the last one to touch that, will send it spiraling out of bounds. Minneapolis will keep it here. Lions looking to throw this in. They will do so on the wing. Just going to work is going to be blocked away. It's the second block for McGowan of the day. Ball's on the deck. He comes up with it, finds a teammate. That's Darnay. Darnay goes back up and drops it in. That's a huge bucket for Kingston Darnay. All of a sudden, Ellsworth find themselves behind by 3. Bearcats walk the ball across the timeline here with Cravens. Cravens darts to the right side, collects the defense, fires the ball back out. McGowan now on the baseline, kicks it back. Top of the key touch. Again, still working the ball on the perimeter as we're inside the final minute. Wide open three-pointer knocked down from the outside. That's Leighton Leiker with the answer, and we are tied. 11-11, 45 seconds to go, first quarter. Owen Just back on the basketball, edge of the Minneapolis logo. He'll give it up here to Kruger, swing the ball to Darren in the corner. Darren back to the top, that's Parks. Again, all of this work on the perimeter. Have not seen a lot of post-up attempts. Now we see one, a quick trigger shot from 6 feet off the mark. No good there for Zach Nelson. And the rebound taken in here by Cravens. 4 points for Cravens. Looks back, gets the call in here from Brett Rolfs, head coach here of the Ellsworth Bearcats. Looking to take the last shot of the quarter here. They'll send a double team after him. He'll slip it back out. Three-pointer taken again from deep. Boy, sat on the rim, thought about it. And that will bring us to the break as, boy, a baseball throw for Ryan Parks. Almost got close, but not close enough. And after one, it's a tie game, 11-11. Back with more when we return. It's the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
The Ram Black Friday sales event is your chance to save big all month long. Hi, this is Dane at Marshall Motors in Salina. Get 10% off MSRP on 23 Ram 1500 models. That's a discount of up to $13,000 off. On the heavier side, get up to $15,000 off a 23 Ram 2500. Shop everything Ram and find your new truck at the Black Friday sales event at Marshall Motors in Salina and online at marshallmotor.com.
The winter season may be here, but paintball fun is still waiting for you at Elite Sports. Elite Sports Paintball Complex, located 5 miles south of Salina, is open for special winter hours. Get the group together and visit Elite Sports on Saturdays and Sundays this winter from 11 until 4. Elite Sports features low-impact paintballs for the beginners or little ones, so everyone can have more fun. Visit them online at salinapaintballcomplex.com. Elite Sports Paintball Complex, open and waiting for you this weekend.
This is Eagle Radio Basketball Game of the Week, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
Well, Minneapolis hanging around here after a quarter. They're going toe-to-toe with the Ellsworth Bearcats. Again, anytime you got a league matchup, you got a good one on your hands. We expected this to be a good game, but Ellsworth certainly came in as the favorites, and it's been a slow start for one of the hottest offenses in the NCAA. And you got to give a ton of credit here to this Minneapolis defense. Here's another three-pointer knocked down by Owen Just. It is the third three of the day for Minneapolis. Boy, they are just raining it down from the outside right now. Ellsworth sagging off as shooters, and that's the second three-point make of the night for Just. Back the other way here, Ellsworth going to work. They've got it on the left wing with Leighton Leiker. Leiker already a made three-pointer of his own in this game. Swinging around back to him on the right wing. Just underway here. Once again, ball's going to be deflected out of bounds, and it's Minneapolis basketball. There are a couple of things that have to go right for Minneapolis to pull this out. They need to be excellent defensively, and they need to find an answer for Will Cravens. On the other end, you get the feeling it's going to have to be a big night for Owen Just. This offense runs through him. 14 points a game. Nobody else on the team averages more than 6. They will swing the ball around now. Right free throw line extended. Get it back here to Nelson. Back to Parks. Three-pointer flies. Correction, that's Just. And it's no good. The rebound taken in by Ellsworth. Bearcats back the other way. Skip pass over the top. Sets up a wide open three-point attempt. That's no good. Riley Stone, though, rips down the board. He can't hit the stick back. And it remains a three-point Lion lead. Minneapolis will bring the ball up here, and I like what they're doing. Just not the one to run the point. Trying to set him up off of some screening action and get him open for a few good looks. So far, it's worked out well for the Lions. Here, he'll try to slip away into the corner. Picked up defensively by Cravens. Now gets the ball in between the circles. Again, the Lions leading by 3. They've got it on the perimeter here. Back with Darren, top of the key. Hands the ball back off to Ryan Parks. Parks looking for a screen. Dumps the ball off here to a slicing Zach Nelson, who lays it in for his first bucket of the contest. And it's a 5-point Minneapolis lead. Cravens brings the ball across the timeline. He will hand it off on the outside. This is Dax Leiker. Now gets it back, fires a three. That's off the mark, no good. Has yet to hit from the outside. But another offensive rebound here for Riley Stone is going to lead to a Minneapolis foul. That's the first on Ryan Parks. And that's kind of the other thing that Ellsworth, I would imagine, feels like they've got the advantage in. Some good size on the floor, especially with Dalton Kruger out there for Minneapolis. But right now, Cooper McGowan and Riley Stone have just been dominating on the glass. Ellsworth will throw this back in, down by 5. They get the ball in the corner. Quick trigger three-pointer. Left it short, but the offensive rebound tipped out. There's a fight for the basketball. It's going to be popped up in the air. 2-on-1. Minneapolis comes down with it. And you hear this crowd getting into it. They can feel the energy. Their team in control. And now a quick bump, reach-in foul is going to be called on Cravens, who I think also might be feeling the pressure. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Ellsworth burn a timeout here. They are just a little out of sorts to start this game. Again, that's the first on Cravens. Minneapolis would love it if they could find a way to get him in some foul trouble. Meanwhile, ball's going to be taken up here, given on the outside to Kruger. Now back in the hands of Owen Just in between the circles. Minneapolis working on it now, edge of the logo. Cravens picks him up defensively. Best on best going to be stolen away, tipped into the backcourt, saved into the hands here of Just by Minneapolis. Just trying to get the ball back into a position where they can set something up. Here's a quick trigger three-pointer. That's off the mark. Rebound going to be contested for. It's a 1-on-3. Cravens has it now, trying to run the floor in transition. He'll kick this out. Opposite corner, three flies. That's good. Lane Rolfs knocks down the triple. And it's back to a 2-point game. It's been a fascinating chess match here early. Minneapolis working the ball slowly but surely across the timeline. They've got it with Zach Nelson, and a timeout is called. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We will keep it right here and remind you that coverage of tonight's game is brought to you by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Salina Septic Service, Commercial Tire Center, and tonight, by your American Family Insurance agent in Minneapolis. That's Scott Osherman, a proud supporter of the Minneapolis Lions. A lot of proud supporters of the Lions on hand tonight as they have a 16-14 lead. Again, in a game that I think many people around the state, myself included, thought that Ellsworth were the favorites in. You always give Minneapolis a shot. Like I said, they've got a ton of talent on this team. Owen Just is just the tip of the spear, but their defensive effort has really impressed me tonight, and they found ways to make Craven's life difficult. They forced him into a lot of three-point takes in this game. He has yet to knock one down. A lot of them have been contested, and you get the sense that, like a lot of teams, their goal is to make other players beat them. So far, other players have not been able to. We've seen some good things here. A three-pointer out of Rolfs, 5 points tonight out of Leighton Leiker, and a make on the inside for Riley Stone, but Ellsworth needing to find some things to click on the offensive end if they're going to bounce back and take control of this game. Meanwhile, Minneapolis looking to extend the 2-point lead. They've got it on the outside with Zach Nelson. Gets the call in here from Coach John Darrow. And Minneapolis now will run their set. Wool on the basketball, gives it up in the high post, gets it back, kicks it out. Three-pointer flies for Nelson. That was a pretty play for Minneapolis, and Zach Nelson buries the tray. 19-14, Minneapolis in the driver's seat. Ellsworth needs a bucket. They have one made bucket, field goal, free throw, anything in this entire quarter. That's not going to cut it. Cravens tries an NBA range three with a hand in his face. Minneapolis has just looked like the more composed team here in these first 16 minutes or so. They get the ball back into the high post. That's Nelson. Kick it on the wing. Maybe an ill-advised pass that time. We'll give the ball back up here to Ellsworth, and the Bearcats bring the ball back up the floor, trying to make this a two-possession or a one-possession game. 19-14, Dax Leiker thought about a three. Ball's going to be stolen away. Zach Nelson comes up with the basketball. Minneapolis back to work on their offensive end. All cylinders firing right now for the home team in white. Cross-court pass into the hands here of Ryan Parks. Back to the top to Wool. High post entry, back on the outside here. Risky pass going to be stolen again. Minneapolis not helping themselves with turnovers. It's really the biggest thing holding them off of having a bigger lead right now. Ellsworth back to work. Dax Leiker on the wing. Back to Rolfs, top of the key. Each shot about a 3. Now Rolfs will fire away from straightaway distance. And it's another offensive rebound. No, they're going to call jump ball. It will stay here with Ellsworth. But that's a tough break for the Bearcats. Looked like they had that clean. What was that all about? I'm not sure what. Okay. I think just a signal confusion as, boy, an aggressive attack to the lane for Cooper McGowan will send him to the line. I could have swore I just saw one of the referees high-five Kingston Darnay, but I think that was accidental. Either way, at the line shooting 2 is Cooper McGowan. The second foul picked up by Dalton Kruger, and the first free throw is off the mark for Darnay. Or for McGowan, sorry. Again, Darnay, the offender on the foul. McGowan's second free throw, a chance to get on the board himself. And left that one a little short. So an 0 for 2 trip to the line keeps this a 5-point lead for the homestanding Lions. Looking to pull the upset and claw some ground back in conference play. Last 2 possessions resulted in turnovers. Got to take better care of the basketball. A lot of high post entries. Here's a wide open three-pointer. That's off the mark. The rebound run down in the corner and unable to be saved. Boy, it's all coming up Lions right now. Every 50-50 type break has gone their way. And they've done all they can to capitalize. Looking to take the lead into the halftime break. Really does seem like it's been their defense that has put them in this position. Again, Ellsworth has just not had clean looks aside from the three-point line. Parks is on it, gets the ball back to Darnay. Ellsworth on the defensive end here, looking to force another stop. Ball almost taken away there by Cravens. Now it is stolen away here. Bearcats flying up the floor, and yep, it's going to be free throws coming here. You got to give credit there trying to tip the ball back in, but the foul already whistled for. And they are going to get Joseph Wool with his first. Leighton Leiker goes to the line for 2 shots. Wool's first free throw, or Leiker's first free throw, up and in. Now 1 for 3 at the line today. Second free throw. And make it 1 for 2 in this trip. Slipping in from behind there to force a jump ball arrow was Darnay. So with 1:37 to go, it's a 4-point, 19-15 lead here for the homestanding Minneapolis Lions. They bring the ball back up the floor here with Ryan Parks. Parks gets his way to the block, kicks the ball back out to Zach Nelson. Now to Darnay on the interior. Picks up his dribble, back to Nelson, curls around, looking for room. Back out, they'll stop and reset this play with Ryan Parks at the top of the key. Owen Just has been held in check after a couple of early buckets. He knocked down 3-pointers early in the first and second quarter. Since then, he has not been given much to work with on the offensive end. He'll get it now, drive to the baseline, goes up, count it, and 1. What a bucket for Owen Just. That'll get the crowd re-energized. And a chance to complete the 3-point play with under a minute to go here in the first half. Minneapolis really impressed, and now we got a rogue water bottle on the floor. Been a while since I've seen that. I don't know if it was, I think it belongs to the player that just checked in, to Dax Leiker, who will check in to replace Riley Stone. Either way, another free throw coming here or a free throw rather, for Just, and he completes the three-point play. Owen Just already has 9 points tonight. His team leads it 22-15. Final minute underway. Bearcats needing a bucket here before the break. They've got it with Dax Leiker on the wing. Swinging around now on the left wing. Ball held in the hands of Leighton Leiker. Leighton and Dax, two brothers playing a game of catch in between the circles. 38 seconds left. First touch of the possession for Cravens. Gives it up to Leighton. Defense chance breaking out here at Minneapolis High School. Again, Minneapolis content to let him pass it around the perimeter all day long if they want. Ellsworth has not gotten much in terms of open looks on the inside. It's been all three-pointers. Play is going to be called in here by Coach Rolfs. Wants his team to go for the last shot here. Ball given up to Dax Leiker on the wing. Leiker goes with 8. Time down to 7. Hands it off to Leighton. Leighton kicks it back out. Contested 3 on the way. That's no good. Comes back to the shooter. One last chance at the horn. That is off the mark. And the Minneapolis Lions are going to take a 22-15 lead over Ellsworth into the locker room. And this crowd is absolutely loving it. We will step away for the halftime break, but when we return, we'll get you halftime stats presented by Marshall Motors. That's right around the corner. You're tuned in to the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
For over 90 years, when people go car shopping, they've been coming to Marshall Motors in Salina. Hi, this is Dane at Marshall Motors. The world has changed, but the way we do business remains the same. We promise you the right price, no pressure, and to be your trusted dealership for sales and service. For over 90 years, we've been treating people the way we want to be treated and watching them drive away with a smile and a great ride. Come see us in South Salina at Marshall Motors. We keep life moving.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Gabe with Sage Products in Salina, offering industrial strength products that get the job done right. We are featuring hospital-grade disinfectant sprays, wipes, and hand sanitizers to keep you safe this time of year. We carry toilet paper with a large assortment of hand towels. Check out our private line of colorful products like Mom's Streak-Free Glass Cleaner or our friendly Amazing Green Bowl Cleaner. Go online to sageselects.com, visit our 9th Street location in Salina, or call 309-1919.
Opus Plasma Skin Resurfacing at Salina Medical Aesthetics is similar to traditional laser skin treatments. It uses thermal energy to produce anti-aging results as opposed to traditional laser energy. There's minimal downtime, and each session only takes about 45 minutes. Most patients see a noticeable difference with just one procedure. Treat moderate to deep wrinkles, fine lines, sagging skin, rough patches, poor skin tone, and sunspots. Opus is a fantastic treatment for anti-aging. For a free consultation, contact Salina Medical Aesthetics and learn more at salinamedesthetics.org.
Your next visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire-related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
The winter season may be here, but paintball fun is still waiting for you at Elite Sports. Elite Sports Paintball Complex, located 5 miles south of Salina, is open for special winter hours. Get the group together and visit Elite Sports on Saturdays and Sundays this winter from 11 until 4. Elite Sports features low-impact paintballs for the beginners or little ones, so everyone can have more fun. Visit them online at salinapaintballcomplex.com. Elite Sports Paintball Complex, open and waiting for you this weekend.
Welcome back in here to Minneapolis High School, where at the half, 6th-ranked Ellsworth finds themselves on the ropes. 22-15, they trail at the half to 3-12 Minneapolis. It's a Lions team that, again, you've always been able to see the flashes of what they were capable of, just struggled at times to finish teams off, and they've still got a ways to go. A full half of basketball left to be played, but it has been a masterclass. They have held Will Cravens completely in check. Cravens got 2 buckets in the first quarter. Both of them were off of putbacks, so nothing created on his own. Since then, he has not scored. Only 4 points tonight for a player that averages 22. And let's take a look now at the individual scoring from the first half that, again, sees the Lions up 22-15 here on their home floor. They have been led in scoring, no surprises here, by Owen Just, 9 points at the intermission, 5 points for Zach Nelson, 4 for Kingston Darnay, 3 in this one for Dalton Kruger, and a lone free throw for Ryan Parks. Meanwhile, Cravens is the second leading scorer for Ellsworth with those 4 points. They have been led by Leighton Leiker, who's got 6 points in this one, 3 for Lane Rolfs and 2 for Riley Stone, but that is it. And maybe more importantly, you take a look at the 15 points on the scoreboard for Ellsworth right now, and I'll tell you, 6 of those points came off of putbacks, off second chance looks. In terms of what they've created for themselves, 2 made 3-pointers and a lone free throw, and that's been it as far as offense is concerned for Ellsworth in the first half. So we'll see what adjustments they make, but you got to think they got to find ways to get inside and attack the basket, at the very least, get themselves to the free throw line a little bit more. We will step away once again, but when we return, we will have the second half of play for you. Can Minneapolis pull off the upset? We'll find out when we return. Again, you're tuned in here to the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
At American Family Insurance, protecting farms and ranches is at the heart of what we do. After all, it's where we got our start, more than 90 years ago. We understand it's more than a farm or ranch. It's your life. And that's why we offer customizable policies that protect what you've worked for. Let's build the policy your farm or ranch deserves.
Contact Scott Osherman, agent at Scott Osherman Agency, Inc. in Minneapolis or Belleville today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
This is Eagle Radio Basketball Game of the Week, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
And with that, we are back for the second half of this game. Again, a shocking start to this one. Minneapolis off on a rolling start, and they've done it with defense. I mean, you look at what they've done to the fifth-ranked team in the state in Class 3A. They have made them work and take a lot of outside shots. They've made them settle for jumpers that I think that on some nights might be good for Ellsworth, but more importantly, they have held Will Cravens to just 4 points. He did not score in the second quarter. It's been a defensive masterstroke here for Minneapolis. The question now becomes, can they keep it up? We're going to find out right out of the gate as Ellsworth starts with the basketball, and we'll see what kind of halftime adjustments they've made. But again, I would imagine they want to try to work more through the inside. They almost turned it over. Now they will turn it over, and Minneapolis is going to start with a chance to take the first bucket of the quarter. But to my earlier point, you see they're trying to go through Cooper McGowan on that possession. They want to work through the inside. Minneapolis has just done such a good job of packing it in and forcing Ellsworth to take those outside shots. Worth noting, Cravens completely uninvolved on that first play as well. And now a chance for the Lions to try to extend their lead. Ball's almost stolen away. Now it's going to be blocked off the rim. They're going to call goaltending. Oh, boy. Coach Rolfs is being told to stay put. Tried to come out and argue the call. And now both coaches are having a word with this. We got two officials having a word with each other at half court. Initially, goaltending is the call, which would give a bucket. Okay, so they're going to say it is not basket interference. There is no goaltend, which means there is no bucket for the Lions, and all that is going to result in a very loud turnover on Minneapolis, and here comes Ellsworth with another opportunity to whittle down the deficit. Still a lot of basketball to play, still very much in this game, but Ellsworth just looked out of sorts offensively in the first half. They get the ball to McGowan in the short corner, now back to Cravens. Cravens immediately dishes up here to Leighton Leiker. Leiker around to Rolfs, still keeping all this on the perimeter. Dish it back around to him. Now dump it to Riley Stone on the baseline. Stone back out to the top. Again, the Lions going to be content to give up three-point attempts. And there is one, and oh boy, air ball miss off the bottom of the rim, and the ball's going to be stolen away. Cravens had it, and then just carelessly tosses it away. And here come the Lions. Zach Nelson dishes off, a three-pointer flies. That's no good. Rebound is going to be thrown off of McGowan, and Minneapolis keeps. And when I say all the 50-50 breaks, those are the kinds of plays I'm talking about. Great effort there for Owen Just to salvage possession. And his team looking to throw this in and extend the 7-point advantage. Lions throw the ball into the short corner. This is Ryan Parks. Dumps it off, gets it back on the wing, dishes it back off here in between the circles. If you're Minneapolis, you're not going to be in any hurry. Obviously, you're not in clock melting mode in the third quarter, but settle in, take the shots you want. No shot clock in high school basketball, no sense in rushing. Here they rush a bad pass. Ellsworth takes over. And a few minutes into the quarter, we're still looking for our first bucket here of quarter number 3. Ellsworth on it from the outside. Another three-pointer, another air ball miss, this time for Lane Rolfs. And here comes Minneapolis. Zach Nelson will bring the ball across half court here for the Lions. 2 minutes gone by here in the quarter. Hands off to Ryan Parks at the free throw line. Parks looking to dish this off. And it's going to be deflected and taken away. Here comes Will Cravens up the floor, and Cravens throws it down. First bucket of the quarter is a Will Cravens dunk. Ellsworth back within 5, still work to do. Minneapolis now trying to break this long dry spell. And a bad miss there, but a pushing foul is going to give the ball, I believe, back to Ellsworth here. They are going to call that on Dalton Kruger, and for Kruger, that's his third. See if they keep him on the floor here. Looks like Minneapolis is going to have to. They don't really have much of a choice. Like I said, the one Achilles heel for Minneapolis overall has been in their depth. They have played 8 guys this year. That's it. Ellsworth looking for another bucket, trying to make this a 2-possession game. They get it on the right wing. Back to Leiker, now to Cravens. Swinging around into the corner, that's Riley Stone. Cravens takes a touch on the left wing, immediately double team, dishes off to Dax Leiker, now back to Layton. Again, all of this work being done on the outside. Not trying to post anybody up, not trying to drive to the rack. Not a lot of drive and kick. Here's another ball on the outside. Like I said, just not a lot of effort to go inside, and a lot of it has to do with Minneapolis just packing it in. They're not leaving any lanes. But Ellsworth, you can tell they don't want to settle for jump shots, and they kind of find themselves in an awkward spot right now. Got to make something happen, though. Still down by 5. Cravens tries a tough pull-up jumper and somehow gets it to go down. That seemed more like a frustration shot than anything else. Had a hand right in his face, but that's just what Will Cravens does. And he's got his Bearcats back within 1 possession. Meanwhile, Minneapolis still looking for their first bucket of the half, and there it is. Owen Just with the answer. Leads all scorers with 11 points. First guy to double digits tonight. Minneapolis at the next opportunity going to check Darren back in the game. Wonder if Cravens might try to take over all by himself. Gets the ball off to Leighton Leiker on the right wing. 3:46 left to go. Minneapolis back up by 5. Ellsworth with the ball. Working it around here. Pace has slowed for both teams on the offensive end. Step cut to the inside. Now back out to Leighton Leiker, immediately into that zone. Well, you got to tip your cap just so much to Minneapolis and what they're doing right now defensively, not giving an inch and not giving anything on the inside. We have not seen a single post up. Here's a 3-pointer. That will go down, and that's a big one for Leighton Leiker. He's got 9 points tonight to lead all Bearcats, and he's got his team back within 2. 3:04 left to go. If you're Minneapolis, you need buckets. Ball's poked away, will be salvaged here. Comes down to the guy they won it with. And a double dribble going to be called on Parks, or on Just, sorry. And we're going the other way. In all the action, both teams wanted to make subs, didn't have the time. Dalton Kruger checks out of the game. Coming in to replace him is Darren for Minneapolis. Meanwhile, Dax Leiker is back in the ball game here for Ellsworth. Cravens dribbles it up here. Chance for Ellsworth to tie or take the lead. This would be for the lead. Left it short though. Rebound going to be plunked out. Still fighting for it on the floor. And a jump ball is going to give it to Minneapolis. So the Lions take over. The concerning thing if you're Minneapolis, you took a 22-15 lead into the locker room and you've gotten just 1 bucket in the first 5 minutes or so here of the second half. 3 makes from the floor for Ellsworth that brought them back within 2. Lions working the ball around the perimeter. They will hand this ball off. Left free throw line extended. That's Joseph Wool. Now it comes back around to Owen Just. Just in between the circles, edge of the logo. Swings the ball back into the corner. Trying to slip that underneath. Boy, that was a risky pass. A lot of contact, no whistle. Getting his own blocked shot and then laying it back in is Zach Nelson. And Minneapolis reclaims the 2-possession lead. Final 2 minutes of the third quarter. Riley Stone to come back in at the next opportunity here for Ellsworth. Free throw line jumper, no good. And another board, this time for Just. Here come the Lions. Minneapolis walks the ball across the timeline here with Zach Nelson. Again, 1:35 left to go. Ball back on the outside here. Wohl gives it up now to Owen Just. Just back to Parks on the right wing, looking for somewhere to go with it. Hasn't put the ball to the deck yet, now will do so. Good backdoor cut, trying to go up, absorbing a lot of contact. Again, no whistle. Minneapolis is going to keep it here. Owen Just, I think, thought he was fouled. And either way, Riley Stone will re-enter the game. He will come in to replace Leighton Leiker. With 1:17 left to go here in the third quarter. Minneapolis with the lead and the ball. They get it into Wohl here at the top of the key. Again, no sense of urgency, looking for the good shot, trying to shake the defense loose. Just takes another touch on the wing, gives the ball back up here in between the circles. That's Wohl. We are now inside the final minute of quarter number 3. Here's Just, top of the key. Cravens gambles for a steal. Just, big Euro step, tries the floater, no good. But a foul from behind is going to send Kingston Darnay to the free throw line. And these will be the first free throw attempts for either team here in the third quarter. That foul, by the way, is the first of the night on Cooper McGowan in what's been a fairly clean game so far. First free throw, left it short there, did Darnay. But another one coming here for the 5'11 freshman. Second free throw, that one too strong, and the rebound hauled in here by Cooper McGowan. 45 seconds left to go. Ellsworth might want to go fast here. We'll see what kind of strategy they employ inside the final 40 seconds. Kick in the corner, pump fake on a 3, trying to slice this inside. Somehow comes down to Riley Stone, who goes up and scores. Boy, Riley Stone just had a deflected pass fall in his lap and puts his team back within 2. Minneapolis looking to keep the lead here, or maybe extend the lead before the break. They get it out to Ryan Parks. Now back to Darnay. Swinging around to Wohl, time down to 10. This finds Just, who wants to go with 7, dishes this off. Boy, left wide open, instead stepping to the inside, shot too strong. Darnay the rebound, goes back up, cannot put it in at the buzzer. And after 3 quarters of play, Minneapolis still holds a 2-point lead, but it was mostly Bearcats. In quarter number 3, Ellsworth will look to complete the comeback when we come back. You're listening and watching the Salina Post Game of the Week, and it's brought to you by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
At American Family Insurance, protecting farms and ranches is at the heart of what we do. After all, it's where we got our start, more than 90 years ago. We understand it's more than a farm or ranch. It's your life. And that's why we offer customizable policies that protect what you've worked for. Let's build the policy your farm or ranch deserves.
Contact Scott Osherman, agent at Scott Osherman Agency, Inc. in Minneapolis or Belleville today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Minneapolis High School, where the homestanding Lions have a 2-point lead over Ellsworth. Bearcats looking to avoid what would be a brutal loss at this point in their season. And they come in ranked as number 5 team in Class 3A. There's a 3 for the lead, and Will Cravens will deliver Ellsworth Their first advantage since the first quarter. That was a huge bucket. And now Minneapolis needs to respond. Boy, Cravens just feels like he's got limitless range sometime. There's the answer off the mark. Rebound going to be fought for, and Minneapolis will keep it. There was a fight for the rebound there between, looked like Kingston, or no, correction, it was Dalton Kruger who got tied up there. And a full timeout's going to be called. Ellsworth wants to take a moment and talk this over. And with it being a full timeout, we'll go ahead and step away for 1 minute as well. Back with more when we return here on the Salina Post Sports Network.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Ellsworth with their first lead of the night. And one of those timeouts, Brett Rolfs calls for the timeout and then immediately goes over and spent probably 45 seconds of the break just talking to the official. I think about that last call, but comes back out, gives a word to his guys. Lions still have the ball, but they find themselves trailing for the first time since the first quarter. We will see what Minneapolis has got in store here as they look to reclaim the lead and what's turned into a fun game. And instead, they're just going to turn it over, and now a chance for Ellsworth to press the advantage. Boy, if you're the Bearcats, you're going to feel good if you find a way to come out of this one with a win at all. Still a lot of basketball left to be played. Here's another NBA range three. That's off the mark. Rebound taken in, poked away and stolen, though, by Cooper McGowan. Now a fight for the ball. And who's this foul going to go against? Boy, two players just barreling in at top speed, all incidental, but a hard contact for both guys. And I think they're going to give this foul to Owen Just, and they are. Just was less in position, therefore he picks up the foul. It's his first. And we will see a sub made as Joseph Wool comes back in and replaces Kingston Darnay. And now it's Coach Darrow's turn to be frustrated with the officiating. I will say, I've been really impressed with Kingston Darnay. Kid's only a freshman. He plays really, really good. Another word given to the scorer's table. Coach Darrow takes a seat. We play on. Cravens back on the basketball. Picking up a screen. And a foul's going to be called here on Minneapolis as they went barreling right into him. That will be the first foul. Actually, that's the first foul on Zach Nelson. Ellsworth back to work on the offensive end. Again, it's been a slow grind on this side of things, but they picked it up in the third quarter. Thanks to a couple of big buckets for Cravens and a big three for Rolfs, and here they turn it over. Minneapolis with another opportunity to take the lead here, and a timeout called by Coach Darrow. It is a 30-second timeout, and that gives us a chance to remind you that coverage of tonight's game is brought to you by Elite Sports Paintball Complex, APAC Shears, Bennington State Bank, and tonight by your American Family Insurance agent in Minneapolis. It's Scott Osherman, a proud supporter of the Minneapolis Lions. This has been one of the things we've talked about throughout the course of this game. Minneapolis is a team that goes, from what we've seen tonight, 6 deep. I don't think we've seen a 7th player step to the floor. They have got to be gassed at this point. Those guys have spent the better part of 32 minutes battling their hearts out against the number 5 team in Class 3A. Not to say that Ellsworth's rotation is incredibly deep. We've seen them go 6 to 7 deep tonight, but Ellsworth came in with a full head of steam, favored in this game, and Minneapolis has given them all they can handle and more. I'm sure they would not be happy with anything but an upset, and they will look to do it right now. 6:18 to go. They trail with the basketball. Here's another three-pointer from the forward. It's going to be tipped away off the miss, and Ellsworth comes down with it. And now you see the Bearcats slow the pace a little bit here. Not in any rush, looking to slowly build their lead, just like they slowly came back in the third quarter. They get the ball off here to Lane Rolfs. He'll hand it off. They'll dish it back to Leighton Liker. It's stolen away here by Owen Just. My goodness, the defensive effort. It's been great in the half court. They've been great at jumping passing lanes. Minneapolis has been all over this Ellsworth attack. They get another chance here to take the lead, but still looking for their first bucket in the fourth quarter. And they're going to turn it over? No, they're going to call a foul first. Leighton Liker can't believe it. He's going to have to be careful jumping up and down. But it's going to be a reach-in foul on Leighton Liker. Minneapolis is going to have another chance to throw this in. Like I said, a lot of breaks, a lot of 50-50 type things have gone the Lions' way in this game. Looking to capitalize, though. They knocked down just 2 shots in the third quarter. Big part of the reason that they gave up the lead going into the fourth. And again, still looking for their first bucket. We've had just one make on either side here in a sloppy start to the fourth quarter. Ball back around to Ryan Parks. They'll pick it up with Nelson on the left wing. Nelson a handoff. Drifting now between the circles. That's Joseph Wall. Approaching the final 5 minutes of this game. Left open for 3. Turning it down. Now back to Nelson on the wing. And boy, just a miscommunication and another turnover on the Lions. Coach Darrow looking into his guy, saying, hey, settle down. It's all right. Zach Nelson commits the turnover. And another opportunity here for Ellsworth to extend the lead. It's been opportunity after opportunity for both teams. Neither has capitalized. Again, Cravens knocked down a three-pointer to start the quarter. Since then, both offenses have gone ice cold. And it's going to be another turnover. Minneapolis comes up with this one from Zach Nelson. Ellsworth's not even getting shots. They've turned it over on their last 3 possessions. Owen Just, who I believe has not come off the floor at any point in this game, gives the ball up to Ryan Parks. Now back to Kruger at the top of the key. Still a 1-point ball game here in a heated league rivalry. Just has it. Cross-court pass finds Parks. Back to Kruger, top of the key. Minneapolis has been at their best when they haven't forced things on the inside. It's where we've seen Ellsworth generate most of their turnovers. And right now, Just is being allowed to just kind of dribble out some clock here. I mean, his team trails, but trying to turn this into a game with very few possessions. When all's said and done, that might favor Minneapolis. Lions still have it with Parks. All of a sudden, they've thrown the car in neutral. Parks picks up his dribble, tries a backdoor cut, and a travel is going to be the call, and it's against Owen Just. So a turnover gives the ball back to Ellsworth. Not to beat the drum, but the stretch continues. We've gone close to 5 minutes without a bucket for either team. Lane Rolfs hands the ball off. Now at the free throw line, Rolfs gets it back. This would be a huge three-pointer. It's in and out, no good, but Riley Stone is there for the stick back, and Ellsworth leads by 3. 2 field goals in the fourth quarter, both for Ellsworth, and the 5th-ranked team in the state of Kansas is back on top by 3 points. Full timeout Minneapolis. We'll take it with them. Back with more when we return on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Gabe with Sage Products in Salina, offering industrial strength products that get the job done right. We are featuring hospital-grade disinfectant sprays, wipes, and hand sanitizers to keep you safe this time of year. We carry toilet paper with a large assortment of hand towels. Check out our private line of colorful products like Mom's Streak-Free Glass Cleaner or our friendly Amazing Green Bowl Cleaner. Go online to sageselects.com, visit our 9th Street location in Salina, or call 309-1919.
Back here on the campus of Minneapolis High School, Tyler Henry alongside you, Nate King handling camera duties tonight. It's been a good one down the stretch. The fifth-ranked Ellsworth Bearcats, a late comeback on Minneapolis, who has mustered just 2 made shots, including free throws, for the entire second half. And a block away here for McGowan's going to give the ball back to Ellsworth, who has slowly and steadily climbed their way back into this game. Don't forget, it was a 22-15 lead for Minneapolis at the intermission. Now Ellsworth has got a chance to take their first 2-possession lead of the entire game. And not a moment too soon. 2:45 left to go. They're looking for a few big buckets to try to slowly and steadily put this game away. It's been a masterclass defensively for an Ellsworth team, or for a Minneapolis team that just has to be gassed right now. Dump off down low. Riley Stone will draw the contact and go to the line to shoot 2. As the foul is going to be called here on Dalton Kruger. That is his 4th. Can ill afford to lose him this late in the game. A big piece to what this Minneapolis team does. And it puts Riley Stone at the line, who knocks down the first free throw, and that does make it a 2-possession game. Again, for the first time all night on the Ellsworth side of the lead. Second free throw, and gets them both. 7 points for Ellsworth here in the 4th quarter, still nothing for Minneapolis. Held to just 4 points in the 3rd quarter. Trying to get something, anything going here. You feel like Owen Just is going to have his name called. Before all is said and done, you got to put the ball in the hands of your best player. They've got it on the outside with Zach Nelson. He's got a couple of big buckets tonight. Now they dump it off underneath, and another travel. Minneapolis just turning the ball over at nausea here in the 4th quarter. And they have just slowly watched this one slip away. Still plenty of time. But now you're getting into a situation where I'm sure Ellsworth is going to be in zero hurry to get this possession off and rolling. See if Minneapolis decides they want to play the foul game. Worst thing you can have right now is a 3-point make, although I don't know that Ellsworth's going to be taking much from the perimeter if they don't have to. 1:38 left to go. You see the defense tighten up a little bit. 30 full seconds have now been wasted here by Ellsworth, who still leads by 5. Bearcats just need a bucket. There's the foul. Zach Nelson is the one to commit it. And I think sensing the time wasting here, Minneapolis is going to start fouling away. The one big thing here, you can't have Dalton Kruger foul. They may pull him. Yep, they will. At this critical juncture of the game, he will check out. Kingston Darine will check in. Darine's got 4 fouls too, though, so you risk losing either guy. Ball comes in, quick foul there. It's going to be another quick one. The 3rd, actually no, it's going to be the 2nd on Joseph Wool. That was the 5th team foul on Minneapolis. And another conference here between our referees. I think asking if it's 5. Now Coach Rolfs will come over and make his case that his team should be in the bonus now. And after all of that, well, the mathematics have been sorted out. And Leighton Leiker will go to the free throw line. I thought that was the 5th foul, but everyone walked over like it wasn't so confidently. Two big free throws here, though, for Leighton Leiker, and he gets the first. So that makes it a 6-point game. One more would make it 7 and stretch this to 3 possessions. And that would be absolutely crucial for an Ellsworth team that is still pitching a shutout here in the fourth quarter. Leiker at the line. Second free throw, got them both. That is absolutely monumental. 7-point lead for Ellsworth. They've come all the way back from the brink here in the second half, and a timeout going to be called here. Minneapolis wants to take a minute and talk it over. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it as well. Back with more when we return on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Opus Plasma Skin Resurfacing at Salina Medical Aesthetics is similar to traditional laser skin treatments. It uses thermal energy to produce anti-aging results as opposed to traditional laser energy. There's minimal downtime, and each session only takes about 45 minutes. Most patients see a noticeable difference with just one procedure. Treat moderate to deep wrinkles, fine lines, sagging skin, rough patches, poor skin tone, and sunspots. Opus is a fantastic treatment for anti-aging. For a free consultation, contact Salina Medical Aesthetics and learn more at salinamedesthetics.org.
Back here at Minneapolis High School, Tyler Henry alongside you. Ellsworth looking to close this one out. They lead 33-26, but that does not tell the whole story of this game. It was a 22-15 Minneapolis lead at the halftime break, and since then, Ellsworth has outscored their opponent 18-4 here in the second half, including a full shutout here for the fourth quarter. Minneapolis still looking for their first bucket of the quarter, and we are 6 minutes and change into the period. So we'll see what they have drawn up out of the break. They have not hit a three-pointer for what it's worth since the first half. And again, everybody would think, conventional wisdom would tell you, Owen Just and Zach Nelson going to be the two involved here. Ellsworth, though, going to force a turnover. Oh, boy, Bearcats just stepped in, they poke it away, and they will have a chance to effectively start to put this game even further on ice at the line. And it was Cravens who got involved there on the defensive end and gets his teammate, Cooper McGowan, to the line. That's the other thing. Ellsworth has done all of this with just 4 scorers. McGowan could be the 5th, and he will. 0 for 2 trip at the line earlier today for Cooper McGowan. Chance to right that wrong here. Second from the stripe is good. And Cooper McGowan again becomes the 5th scorer, all of them the starting lineup for this Ellsworth team. 1:03 left to go. Minneapolis needs buckets, they need them fast. They will get it out here on the outside. This is Just. Jump step to the inside, awkward shot, and that will eliminate the shutout. 13 points for Owen Just. And another timeout taken here by Coach Darrow will step away as well. This one a full timeout. Back with more when we return. It's the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
At American Family Insurance, protecting farms and ranches is at the heart of what we do. After all, it's where we got our start, more than 90 years ago. We understand it's more than a farm or ranch. It's your life. And that's why we offer customizable policies that protect what you've worked for. Let's build the policy your farm or ranch deserves.
Contact Scott Osherman, agent at Scott Osherman Agency, Inc. in Minneapolis or Belleville today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Final 51 seconds of this game underway. Ellsworth throws the ball in. They will try to get the ball through this full court press, and there it is. They get it off to McGowan. See if Minneapolis wants to foul. They will. As reaching a hand in there was Zach Nelson, but Minneapolis, again, you look at where this game was won for Ellsworth. It was in the second half. They've outscored Minneapolis 20-6. Prior to these free throw attempts, As Leighton Leiker at the line will miss the front end of 2 attempts. Leiker did most of his damage early, 11 points for him in this contest. Second free throw on the way, splits the tries, and extends the run, 21-6, our second half score. Minneapolis looking for a few more quick buckets. They go to the inside, and they will find one. Late in here, the 9th point of the night for Zach Nelson. And we've got a whistle. And another foul, and we're going back the other way for more free throws here. But you also got to remember, most of these points for Minneapolis, matter of fact, all of the points here in the fourth quarter came in the final 2 minutes. They were held without a single bucket or so much as a single free throw for the first 6 minutes, as Dax Leiker misses the front end of 2. Leiker trying to become the 6th Bearcat to score tonight. Second free throw, and there it is. Minneapolis speeding up the floor, looking for maybe one more bucket. Instead, it's stolen away by Will Cravens. Cravens will take a bump here from Nelson. I think Cravens just wanted to dribble out the clock and have this game expire, and instead, Nelson is going to commit his 4th foul, and a chance for Ellsworth to put a cherry on top. First free throw is good. All told, it's going to be a quiet night for Will Cravens, someone who averages 22 points a game. With this free throw, as he sinks it, 13 points, not too shabby. He'll lead all scorers when all is said and done. One final heave at the horn. Boy, that thing sat all the way up on the rim. It's going to be out of bounds. Minneapolis keeps it. I have never seen a ball, I think, rest on the rim for that long. Thought for sure that was going to go down for Owen Just. Instead, it'll be a baseline inbound in time for one last shot here near the buzzer. Minneapolis looking to get this in. They throw it in at the top. There is your final shot of the game. It's off the mark, and that will do it. Ellsworth goes on a 21-8 run to close out the second half. They come back from the brink, and they get the win over Minneapolis, 39-30. We'll step away, back with postgame when we return. You're tuned in to the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Welcome back in one final time here on the campus of Minneapolis High School. Tyler Henry alongside you here to put some finishing touches on this one. And it's time now for us to take a look at post-game stats presented by Marshall Motors. And the big number that sticks out here in this one, the second half score, 21-8. Ellsworth trailed 22-15 going into the half. They come away with a 39-30 win and darn near shut Minneapolis out in the fourth quarter, allowing just 4 points in each the third and the fourth. Again, both of those buckets for Minnie in the fourth coming in the final 2 minutes. Individual scoring looked like this. Will Cravens led all scorers with 13 points for Ellsworth, 12 tonight for Leighton Leiker, 8 in this game for Riley Stone, and then 3 for Rolfs, 2 for McGowan, and a lone free throw for Dax Leiker. Meanwhile, for Minneapolis, 13 points for Owen Just in this one, 9 for Zach Nelson, and then 4 for Darren A., 3 for Kruger, and a lone free throw for Ryan Parks. That'll just about do it for us, but one last time. For Tyler Henry with you courtside, for Nate King handling camera duties tonight, a split here between Minneapolis and Ellsworth as the Minneapolis girls defend home court 54-31 and the boys fall to Ellsworth. Again, your final score in Game 2 of our doubleheader, 39-30.